I think we look as good as those guys, right? Like they got the big screens and the green screen backgrounds and the swooshes and the
TVs.
swips and the.
I don't know what a swip is.
Well, it looks like the trade deadline. All that.
Yeah,
This is pretty good.
Are we?
I'll tell you what, I'm comfy.
Rhett's already cracked.
Yeah, man.
I'm very comfortable. So I feel like that's important.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hour 23. I mean, we got some time to kill here, man.
You wanted to start early, yes.
Well,
thank God someone with some
yeah,
foresight,
idea guy,
and skin thought about.
Well, I just underappreciated how quickly and how little of a shit we'd give about the last show, because we really didn't do anything on that one at all.
Surprising, because you're a professional and you know that we.
I picked up on that very early. People were ready for that show to be over.
Yeah, I'm ready for the whole thing to be over.
Yes, I got
Barn
a vibe
burner,
out of you today.
Afterburner, yeah,
I feel
I'm ready.
like today is your kind of.
It's been a good run.
It's been a good run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more about this than that.
I thought this would have perked you up. You've got a bit of a.
Oh, I'm ready for this. This is good.
Well, let's get it going.
I feel like you should have a sip of coffee there.
Yeah, we've got some coffees ready to go.
Quite so.
That'll get you going.
We're set up here in the what do we call it? The trade lounge.
Yes.
We're ready for the Barn Burner trade day coverage. Origin Brewing.
Yeah, Senator.
God bless you.
I feel bad that the boys aren't here, but I'll probably.
They're here in spirit.
Nice to see you.
I'll deal. Good to see you.
Go Flames, go.
Barn Burner Blonde.
Go Trades, go.
Afterburner Pale Ale. Decent.
Oh.
Origin Malting and Brewing. Great partners, great sponsors.
Great people.
And Bonton Meats. Bonton Meat Market.
Boy.
I can have a sip of my.
That's gravy. Jeez.
Also delicious.
I thought we were going to dip into this. You've got a mug of gravy?
Oh, baby.
Yeah, we were given the heads up by our buddy Greg over at Bonton. Well, you're going to probably want to heat some of that up. He underestimates the kind of animals, at least that you and I mean, I don't know that I've ever microwaved food. It's ice cold. Great. It's right out of the can. Don't matter. So we're going to be fine.
Thank you.
Bonton Meat Market. Greg's been on the old show. He's on this show. He's an OG. He's a day oneer. We've had all kinds of meat, and we talk about it all the time.
Well, we had that guy, the Pinder report. He had that big.
Oh, the
cow leg,
78-pound.
We've done that at Greg's shop.
Yeah, we did the pig roast with Greg there.
Yeah, we have done that. Do we have some Bonton?
Ooh,
it's a little because I was we go there every once in a while. Just to get, because some people may not appreciate.
Right, I'll give them the heads up, and then they'll have the forklift at
to have 24 straight years of the Consumer Choice Award winner.
That's unprecedented. 24 years.
I don't know if it's it could be 14, but it's a long time. It's a long time.
Yeah.
But the business itself has been rolling for over 100 years.
100 years.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Now little birdie told me maybe because COVID kind of put the
Oh.
cold water on the ability to celebrate the big centennial.
That's right.
We might be having a little whoop-de-doo this year.
I like whoop-de-doos.
Better late than never, you know what I mean?
If there was a show that would be tied into a 103rd birthday or something like that, I feel like it's ours.
Yeah, that would
the
be
centennial, not us, but 103, we'd be happy
100
to.
years? Just damn, I can't believe we missed it.
Can't believe we missed it.
Shoot.
Darn. We love it. Now, we were told straight up going in from Greg, he's like, see, I kind of dial in on the potato salad. He's like, I'm not sending potato salad. I'm like, you guys.
Did he not send potato salad?
You guys are assholes. I've never promoted potato salad. We've got all kinds of salads, but you donkeys keep talking about potato salad. It's all right. So today's wonderful outlay of food has been provided by our buddy Greg Keller over at Bonton Meats.
Does anyone know what is under the foil?
I do not know.
I'm guessing. I could make an educated guess.
I've done some sniffing, but I haven't opened.
Greg said something to the effect of meat sweats.
Yeah.
That you guys would get stuff in your beards.
I shaved.
And no potato salad.
Shave. How did I not notice that?
I don't know, but I look great with the staff.
Deadly.
Yeah, you do.
Those handles can get as long as they like. Don't be reining those in.
So we've got the meat cam ready to roll here.
Meat cam.
Should we open this bad boy up?
Let's go to the meat cam. I'm not sure.
Meat cam?
Where do you want to start? From
Well-
small to big or big to small?
You tell me where you want to go.
Well, I'm right here.
How's that? Should I go this way, Jack? Which way do you want to
What
go?
do you got,
Go
Jack?
landscape. There we go.
That's the one right there.
All right.
All right. So this is live Bonton meat reveal.
Oh, I could feel it.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Prime rib and beef ribs.
Oh my God.
Yeesh. That is a lot of meat, boys.
Now we may have guests coming by.
Oh, meat cam.
Meat cam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
carry on.
Well, in fairness,
Carry on.
there's more here.
I gotta unveil.
All right.
now. Middle.
So, sure. Yeah.
Okay, we'll start it. Here's that.
We'll start here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Huge.
those are smashers.
Those are I just want to. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Oh, you're doing the cake test. Was that the other night? Uyghur was testing cakes, or was it?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's some smashed potatoes with some cheese.
Now in aisle 3.
got some-
Can you show the mug full of gravy here while we're
Yeah, that's
talking
the.
about it?
Oh, sorry, I'm on.
Yeah.
So Rhett went to the microwave and got us some coffees. Except actually, it's gravy.
That's insane.
And behind door number 3.
Look at this. He's a good boy. He's gonna get us our veggies.
He's gonna get our veggies in.
Yeah, I was just
Oi,
gonna
oi,
say
oi,
my
what?
wife's getting worried. Now she's gonna relax a little. We got some
Very
veggies.
nice. And then
Oh,
only
Dessert.
nice little kicker there.
about what 16 pieces of cheesecake.
Oh, they're all different flavors. Too.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at that.
We got
Different
a,
sizes.
There's got to be like a turtle in there.
I
Key
took s-
lime.
I took some of this
Oh, key
to
lime.
the Super Bowl. There's a blueberry there. That's like your strawberry. That's tiramisu
Mm.
on that side. If that's kind of your deal, yeah. Key lime, carrot cake. I believe it's not even cheesecake. It's carrot cake.
Man, that key lime is looking at me.
Look
Oh.
at this.
Glorious meat.
Where'd you put the bone?
I put it down.
Oh, okay.
We got plates of cutlery. Animals. Jeez. It's on the carpet.
Hey,
It's on the
On the foil,
tin
okay.
foil.
is Friedman bringing you this kind of coverage?
No.
I don't fucking think so.
That's right.
All right. We can keep the thing on here, but we'll go back.
Should I hand out
So-
plates and cutlery? I don't want to get in the way, but you want to
No,
hold that?
we can
Wanna
do
go
it.
one at a time, or
Well-
want me to dish you up?
Would you?
I will.
That'd be great. Now, for what it's
Where did that huge piece of meat go that Red had in his?
Yeah, where did it go? It's on the floor.
incredible pace.
So, just for some business sake, actually, I should probably have a sip here.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Meat and beer,
All right.
hey?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Very kind of you.
Sounds like this deal with Dallas and Carolina's done. Stankoven and 2 firsts for Mikko Rantanen.
Yeah, and the first thing you think about is like they're a team that's here to win now. What are they going to do with those firsts? Because I just don't get the sense that they're keeping both of those. Oh, we'll go to the draft with more weapons. No, you're in a window to win now.
Yeah.
That might be too sportsy. I could.
No,
dial
I
it
was,
back
I
a
was,
bit.
I thought I'd have. Holy smokes! We're just gonna load the Pinder whenever it's time to eat, and we gotta have a mouthful. It's just ask Pinder a question, and then he'll talk
So,
a bunch.
Ryan, what is the right draft pick
those ribs
for
are
$1 million of cap retention?
Now you can notice, Dean.
Can we go back to the meat cam, Jack?
You can notice here that scantily.
Clad?
Yeah.
Well,
That's later.
I want to be the vegetables will be scantily
Yeah,
clad.
There's
on
very
the-
little surface
Yes,
area left
that's
for
kinda,
the.
if you're in need of a vegetable, you feel free to help yourself. That's kind of the
That
point.
is so much food.
You guys would both do
You-
buffets, I
this is
imagine.
yours. That should
wow,
be-
thank you. Jeez.
What's so much food? You got to eat.
Wow.
Guys got to eat.
Oh, boy.
Okay, the dishing.
Oh,
So just a little bit of carbs, just
You don't mind if I dip my
you
meat
said they
in
were
my
delicious.
coffee?
a dollop of potatoes,
Mm.
some beef,
Prime rib,
some prime rib, some beef ribs.
some beef rib. Jack, you want gravy?
Yes, I do.
What kind of question is that? Does he want gravy?
Wow. That
Oh,
is.
boy.
See,
My ranch hand. I got to keep him fed.
yeah, you do.
Keep the handsy ranch hand fed well.
Yeah.
Don't leave them
Well,
hungry
you
or on the
do.
property.
Here you go, big fella. Oh yeah.
Greg Keller has outdone himself.
Man, look at this.
We've never had this, right? We've had the beef ribs plenty.
Never had the prime rib or the
We've never done
mashers. I certainly have no damp, but
You ever dip the prime rib into your coffee? Oh my God. Oh.
RJ, you're digging in, aren't you, bud?
No, I'm okay, Red.
You on a fucking diet?
RJ's not.
Eats like a bird when he works. Take him on the road. He needs one meal every 2 days.
Don't be ignorant.
It is ignorant.
Gonna be tricky, not because we got the headset mics on. It's gonna be
I
hard
know.
to
There you go,
mask
Dino.
the Preach.
Chew, chew, chew.
Anything happening out there, Jack?
Jack, update us.
Breaking news: Dustin Wolf is still a Calgary Flame.
Oh,
Thank
good.
you, Jack.
Good work.
Okay,
from
there you
Connie.
go. That's our break from the breaking news, the Bonton breaking news desk. Jack has it there. Dustin Wolf not traded by Craig Conroy today.
I like that approach.
You want gravy?
I'm gonna put I got to put the camera down. Jack's got to take the beef
changes.
cam off so I can. There we go. Well, you did warm me up a mug full here, which I appreciate.
There's lots more gravy where that came from, by the way.
Yeah,
Don't be shy.
Oh my god! Whoops! I spilled some on my potatoes on purpose. Are the Flames going to do anything today?
No, we were just discussing, and it's going to be sad because looks like there's high returns for
What a year to sell.
a few people, and this is the year that they've decided, well, we're going to be half-ass and close.
Yeah,
So,
and look,
way
I
to
get
go.
it. There's just like I could see a minor tweak. That's all I can see.
If you had the Chris Tanev, Noah Hannafin to deal this year,
Oh my God.
But why does it change year to year?
Well, there's a few things. So first
Caps?
off, I don't think people like this draft class very much, so you're going to give up your first a little quicker. And secondly, there's just so many teams that are within 4 points of the playoffs. Like, who's out of it? There might be less than 10 teams. Boston's still close enough. The Islanders, they're selling, but they're kind of on that bubble. St. Louis, close enough. Utah, close. I don't know. There's just not a lot of sellers.
I'm okay. Yeah,
Weird market this year.
I don't know. I still thought even last year you were going to get more than you got for Tanev.
Tanev was the tough one.
It felt like
really
he was going to be, and I think was, such a good fit for Dallas.
Yep. And he was going down the tunnel every couple days, and we talked about it. Like, just
Every
take
game.
a little less just to make sure he's out of here before he's hurt. It was scary for a while. But that's the one where you look back and you're like, you're most likely going to have nothing for Chris Tanev because the second rounder is tough to hit. And the guy they got back has no ceiling. He's a great human that's probably going to be a captain of an American League team. And then this year, you're seeing the same kind of pick going for Anthony Beauvillier, who's a bottom six winger of little significance. That's tough.
And there's no way that Conroy can, or just everybody with the brass, would be looking at what seems to be very high prices, very good prices as a seller, and pivot a little bit.
Well, what would the pivot be? Like Rasmus is the real chip here, right? So if you're going to remove a Rasmus Anderson from a team in a playoff spot, how do you fill that hole? What are you doing? Because I don't think they're going to open a hole on that blue line while they're in a playoff spot. And they are that today. Might be too level-headed, but
nobody else. Yeah,
tough spot.
Is there
No, I mean,
anyone else that's even attractive for other teams?
Not yet. I still wonder, like, Kadri's played well enough that he'd upgrade a lot of teams, but what
Again, Howard.
there's a lot of term left there. Like, who's going to be excited about 36 and 37-year-old Nazem Kadri? Not a lot of GMs, I'm guessing.
Not me in Calgary.
Totally. So is that even assets back, or is that just breaking even? And if you're just breaking even and he's your number one center, you're better off just keeping him. And that's probably where they're at.
That makes it awfully boring.
Mm-hmm.
Awfully boring.
That's why we got food and booze.
Yeah.
Because this was not going to be an exciting day for the Flames.
How's the first bite?
Mm.
I did spill.
So did you?
Oh yeah.
Thank
of
God you
course.
have a bib.
I know.
Hey, thanks, Greg. Do you think they sell the bibs?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
That's what Greg. That's the next thing. The Bonton.
Aprons.
aprons and
We need a collab, a barn burner apron. Limited edition,
Sure.
run of 100. That's it. 50. Make it tight. Jack, in on that?
Should have got the big human to come in. He'd have crushed some beef.
Mm.
And told us about all his trades.
Kuzmenko for Kuzmenko in a 7th for a 3rd for
Wordless.
Philly.
With retention, which makes sense. Flames would have retained anyway. He's 4.5. You get him down to 2.25, and that makes it much more manageable for LA. That I didn't think that was on the table 3 months ago. Prices are high, and I think he's kind of looked better than in Philly, albeit, he did the same thing in Calgary. He shows
Yeah.
up. You're like, he can do some things before the inevitable womp womp.
Maybe LA is a good spot.
So
Keep 'em excited.
I'm just kind of doing the math there for Farabee and Frost in Philly. They get the 7th and a 2nd, the 2 players, which is now 1 player,
A
a
third.
3rd, but give up a 7th. I don't know.
It's all going to be what Frost is, because I think the Farabee one for them, they were done with him.
But
George
Farabee
was
was
done
good
with them.
last night,
It was
wasn't
very
he?
good. That line was their best line by a mile. They almost
Yeah.
scored a third a few times. It was about time for that line to have a good game, but it came at the right time. That's the end of a road trip. That's a tough game. They were awesome.
This is not a
3 guys eating.
meal that
Do you want to call
is
me?
a prolongment of day.
No.
You're going to get crushed.
I'm going to have to Uber home
Right?
and
Like,
not
not
have
because of the booze.
not have had a beer.
Rhett's going to need a pillow and a tuck-in. Jack,
I've
can you
been
tuck him
telling
in?
you, we need throw pillows in this stupid studio.
I know. I was
What
looking. I'm like, why don't I have a pillow?
the hell's going on here?
Well, I don't mind telling you.
Jack used to sleep here. You didn't get a pillow here eventually? Jeez.
No, I got one. There's one in the room.
He does. I was going
Where
to say
is it? I need it. I'm
When I
dying
was-
over here.
I was rooting around yesterday looking for some stuff, and there's a Steelers blanket and a pillow in the
What a
next room.
legend. God bless this kid.
How many nights have you slept here, John?
Oof. 3 or 4 at least. There's
Say
been
more
nights
than one,
where,
but less
like,
than 5.
yeah, there's been nights I've been here and I haven't slept really. So
What are you
I don't
doing
want to
in
hear
here,
about
man?
that.
Yeah,
Jack.
clean-
Don't kiss and
on this
Clean the
couch?
surfaces, please.
I just haven't been able to sleep. Like I've showed up here at like 6 in the morning.
Have a blue light in here. Looking at all the Jack jizz all over the place.
Your DAZN account is being activated for Sunday ticket in Marta Loop. Is this you? Oh, dear. Jack again.
Jack.
Jack. It's a dedication to higher learning.
Greg, thank you very much.
Oh,
Mm.
Greg.
I'm slowing myself.
Well, you start talking so I can start
I
eating.
crushed that rib real early.
Mhm.
Okay. Should I text Commie to get him check in? He's an old insider, eh?
Sure.
Is he still doing his thing? What
Well, we
was
got to
it?
ask.
Pack your S.
Pack your
Pack
shit.
your shit.
And he was insider with like 7 R's. Insider.
That was funny for a couple of years.
It
Wasn't
was
it?
good. I think he grew fatigued and people took it seriously and they got mad when he was wrong. You're like, I don't think you get Commie stick if you're actually it's a 4th. Okay, bye.
It's going to be hard to keep from burping a lot right into the mic, eh?
I was just
It's a whole
got
idea.
myself. Yeah.
Ooh, man, that's good beef. Bonton, good beef, you say?
Who knew, eh?
Stunner.
Okay, who's the big fish left? What do we got? Anyone going to get traded that hasn't been traded that we care
Is
about?
there anything going to happen? Is there anyone that's
Give us one surprise, eh? Randon's done. Now we can move on the
Can
other.
we make
Where's
fun of call Kevin Adams and
Hmm.
just say you're the guy from you're Conroy from
I'm Bill from Calgary.
oh, Brad. Say you're Brad because it could be Pask. He might fall for it.
Or he may think that Treliving's still the GM here.
I don't think Kevin Adams knows who the other GMs are. Call yourself Phil.
Like, what are they doing there?
I feel for them because I
No,
like
you-
a lot of those players, but I just think you
Feel for the
put
fans.
100%.
Like I, you know,
Why
what I
are
feel
the
for
people
it.
at the wheel on the wheel?
I just thought I'm like Rob Ray won't be able to critique anything that they've done on the right, and
Well-
he'll have to sell it as, oh, these were really smart, brilliant moves.
This was great for the
Great for the
For the team,
franchise.
for the
yeah,
franchise
well,
moving
great
forward.
opportunity.
I can see Rob trying to sugarcoat it. It's some interesting moves that it's a fascinating future ahead for the Sage.
Like- Cousins gone,
Good player. They loved him when they got there.
and in no rush to move him. That's the best you could do.
Yeah, he didn't need to move him. You could
You
have
didn't need to
not
move him.
need
You're
to
not making the
move him.
fucking
5 years
playoffs.
left on his deal.
You could have went to the trade to the draft party and said, "Here's Dylan Cousins."
Oh yeah,
Like
pick number 3 comes around.
they
you're
were
like, this
just
our guy.
drooling to get Norris. I don't know who Bernard Docker is. Maybe
That's
he's
the other thing. They didn't get a high-end pick in that deal.
No,
Like you say, you go to the draft, you might.
Yes.
yeah,
Sorry, Buffalo. I saw that.
they deserve better.
I
Good
saw that,
fans.
But at least they got Zuck.
Well, and Greenway, your boy.
Yeah, they got Zuck. Not
Like
great.
Zuck was a hot commodity 5 years.
Those fans are getting zucked. I'll tell you that. Like it has been a
right? Like
miserable
Zuck was.
decade now.
We got to get Zuck out of Mini or something, wasn't it? Like he was the
for
guy.
a leak.
Yeah.
They were going to send a first with him because they needed to get that money out.
Zuck is not. Oh. Didn't even know. I didn't know he was on the team.
He was having a nice year, but it's not a lot of sustainable stuff. There's a lot of assists that probably disappear next year. What is he? A middle 6?
They're
winger?
not making the
third
playoffs.
line.
They haven't made the playoffs forever, and now you're going to hang on to guys that aren't helping you get to the playoffs and worsen your team by trading a young centerman for a guy that's hurt.
He's in his 30s. We're talking Zucker here. He's having a great year, and you see it as an opportunity to extend him at a bigger number rather than turn him into younger assets. It's wild. It's absolutely wild to me.
Oh, let it rip.
I just,
I thought you had something exciting now.
That's as exciting. Not exciting. What Dallas has done,
Unreal.
unbelievable. I think it's really good. Like they're lined up, right? But as exciting as what Dallas has done, the intrigue for me, and maybe it's because I'm connected with Buffalo, but what the rest of the league has to be what the F is this guy up to?
Do you remember when we talked about like Seravalli and Benning having jobs, and anytime they phoned, you should have like an Amber Alert, everyone working. Come on in.
Grab some food.
Like a siren on the phone, an alarm, like Sherelli's calling. Quickly, get it.
He's around,
Everyone,
he's in
positions.
his office.
What's happening? Positions, everyone. Like, I think Kevin Adams has become that guy. He's too gun shy to really be that guy, but this Cousins deal has the potential to blow up incredibly.
It's going to.
I mean,
I don't know. Again,
you're
I don't
asking a
know.
guy that hasn't been healthy to stay healthy, and the guy with the highest ceiling that flashed the most talent you've given away
to a team
while
that you're
he's
going to
locked
compete
in on a
with.
deal that could be incredibly team
To
friendly,
a team.
and it's in division. Oh, sorry, Buffalo.
What's Bernard Docker? Somebody do some research.
Who knows Docker?
What about AI?
Oh yeah, good idea.
Ask AI.
Well, he's an AJ guy and played
but a
World
long
Juniors.
time ago, right? Like it's not like he's
Yeah, World Juniors, I think. Was he not on a team there?
yeah.
And then, so yeah, he's probably a guy in his young 20s that's trying to break into the league as a defenseman, and Ottawa's probably got a little bit of depth there all of a sudden.
Can't beat out Artem Zub and
Zub's a top 4 there. It's funny to say, but he's been quite good. But yeah, they got that Clevin that Noodles has talked about forever. Yeah. Jake Sanderson's turned into an absolute mega stud.
Sanderson's awesome.
Like mega stud.
Player stats. He's got 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points.
How many games in the NHL versus the A? I imagine he's doing the Belleville Ottawa thing.
Sorry.
we got Rhett doing our
72 last year, 14 points. 25 games so far this year, 4 points.
So he profiles as a third pair guy.
And
that shouldn't move the needle for Buffalo. You can find those guys.
drafted by
everywhere.
Ottawa in 2018. So
it's a long time
a
ago.
long
Mhm.
frickin' time ago. He's not a child. And it's not a shot against him. It's a
Nope.
shot against the Flame or the Sabres for going, what are you picking up?
Yeah, so he might be a good third pair guy. Who cares? Those
Who
guys are
cares?
everywhere.
The fact that you
That
have 2
shouldn't allow
number
you
1
to-
overall picks on defense should mean that you shouldn't hardly need
Yes.
a third pair.
Or you surf waivers or give someone $3 million in free agency. You don't give away Cousins. We talked about this guy in his first year there. I remember Rob Ray coming into studio with us, and he raved, said, this guy is a leader. This guy's special. He works his ass off.
Got
They
the right
love
ad.
this kid. Like, this is a future captain, that type of
Yes.
conversation. He's been surrounded by 0 winning, the wrong coaches, a GM that hasn't put him in a spot to probably develop the way he should, and now he's off to another team. I wouldn't be surprised at all if this is a home run for Ottawa.
I agree. how many years left too? And it's,
Like
it's
5,
a lot of money, but with
6?
the way it's going, it's not
$7
going to
million
turn out to
is
be
not going to be a lot, man. Like if you're a number 2 center and you could put up a point per game like you did 2 years ago.
If you're a Flames fan, because you know that Conroy was in there, what was the
What's
deal
the equivalent?
that was going to get it done for the Flames? And I guess, how do you feel about that now not going?
I would
I-
say that like the piece that's closest to Norris would be like a Zeri or a Coronado, which
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to part with. And then your defenseman, I don't know. Rostevich, someone that, like
I just don't,
you
that's
don't
the
want to
problem
give
with
up
the
these young
Flames.
kids. And this is why this is a problem with Buffalo too, because
That's
like,
the thing. Like Brostevich is a kid. Bernard Docker is not.
right. And so I'm trying to think of the comparable. I don't know what
It
it
would have been a
is.
Shillington if he were still here, maybe.
Yeah, when his stock was higher, sure. Yeah. Sure.
You could have found the Docker side piece,
But
you could have found,
Yeah.
but
are you in a spot where you want to give up Zeri and anything? No. We love this guy. We spent all year raving about him.
now maybe you're right, but maybe that, and I'm not saying they should, or obviously they didn't, but if that was the piece and you think out a year, like maybe to get a center, a
Mhm.
true center with some size.
You know what? This is crazy. You're talking like a GM right now.
Yeah, there's too much hockey talking.
You're talking like a GM right now.
Concerned about my alma mater.
You know what you need if you're going to be talking like a GM is a GM hat.
What?
You know, we always
We
talk
were
about now,
supposed to have GM hats.
put on your
Big deal.
Avalanche pick up Charlie Coyle.
Avs are loading.
Avs are going.
Oh man.
Chuck,
So
Chuck.
Nice.
jump in on that or finish your thought.
No, go ahead. You're
Okay. Dallas, Colorado are on a collision course.
so
Winnipeg's
excited.
running away with the Central. Minnesota doesn't have Kaprizov. They're dinged up. We are going to get Dallas, Colorado round 1, and both of these teams are absolutely loading up. It's like watching Florida, Tampa out in the Atlantic.
Mhm.
That first round series feels like a Stanley Cup final, does it not? If you had Colorado, Dallas head to head
Will
with
it
the
end
ads
up
they've made,
being first?
it's very likely. I don't think they're going to catch Winnipeg, and there's no way Minnesota's going to hold off Colorado. It's like 2-3 points apart.
I don't want to beat each other up in the first round.
I'm
No,
paying
you don't.
attention. Like everyone moans about it, but it's good hockey.
Actually, you're right, because then when it gets later in the year,
It always
it's
gets
nicer out. I
sluggy.
can't be inside.
Can't be inside.
Teams get beat up. That first round is just that rush of adrenaline. That series would be unbelievable. Just like if you had Florida, Tampa round 1.
I'm going to give Greg one piece of advice.
Oh my god.
Yo, give me my GM. You got hats?
Well, I do have a GM hat. If you,
Let's put it on
But do
because
you
that'll
have-
be my GM move of the.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm not sure if you. I'll let you see it first.
I brought
Did
two
you?
hats.
Okay. Well,
I brought my Cliff Fletcher, the
That's
89
terrible.
Stanley Cup hat.
You wear it all the time. That's not.
I've
your-
worn this for months. I wore this the day the Oilers lost the Stanley Cup. The day after that. That's
I
it.
bought you a GM hat.
Oh boy. Is this Ozzy Brad sending this in? No boy.
Now you can talk about.
I got some questions. Nice
Now I
hair.
can actually.
Here, we'll go
look
to
like-
the.
Actually look like I know what I'm talking about.
We can go to the GM. The GM.
So, Rhett, how does a tariff work? Why don't you explain that to us?
I only
What's a
need one
tariff?
other thing from this meal. I'm offering my piece of.
Oh, this
advice.
is the advice for Greg.
Yeah. A toothpick. I'd love to
Oh,
be able
yeah.
to pick my teeth on air right
Gotcha.
Do you have those things in your truck? I always
Oh,
have those in the
yeah,
truck.
yeah.
They go-
Huge toothpick. It'd be great if I could.
Is it a good toothpick? Is it the best?
It's the best. I don't have a good trump. That's my problem.
Well,
What
you look like him though. That's all that
is
matters.
that?
That's all that
This is-
matters. Yeah, that's pretty. Good.
Zelensky doesn't have the cards.
You don't
He
have
doesn't
the-
have the
That's-
cards.
yeah, the
You put
Flames
yourself in a tough
Don't have
position.
the cards
Yeah.
to make these moves. You can't make demands when you don't have the cards. And the Flames.
Conroy doesn't
Don't
have the
have
cards.
the
He's talking
cards.
big. He's put himself in a spot. He doesn't have the cards. It's a seller's market, and he's not ready. It's very low grades, horrible ratings.
My arm's getting tired, Jack.
Shame.
I gotta put the GM cam down.
Plus my.
There we go.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You want one?
Do
You
I?
got a
Well,
beer?
My kids picked it.
hey, nice.
Oh,
This was the one I was going.
that's coming soon. Well, I can put that on. Oh yeah, that's great.
The nice thing about that one, Dean, is that when a trade happens, you can flap the ears. Yeah, you push these.
Oh,
Yeah. Trade alert. Trade alert.
Come on.
Alert. Kevin Adams is near the phone.
so nice. How do I? But if I
It's gonna just put it behind or in front.
my head.
You're right on top.
Am
Your
I?
flaps.
Oh dear.
Well, the one.
Oh, that
works.
was.
No.
Yeah,
that
this
one's
one's
covered.
this one's not good. Okay, we'll
There you go.
pull them out. See, is Frege doing this?
Have some fun.
I don't think so.
Look at him, man.
So what do you do for a living? I'm an asshat.
Well,
What are you?
your goggles are upside down.
Oh, that's why.
I have another one too. If you wanted, you can try this one on too. After get that one figured out.
Yeah.
I think you have it on
No,
backwards.
you
is
got
the
on
problem.
backwards. That's the
The
problem.
whole thing is on backwards.
There you go. It's not a big hat.
There you
or a
go.
Big head.
Perfect.
Now you look.
Yeah, you look good now.
Thank you, fellas. I was needing some help there. I was
There you
struggling.
go.
As my kids said, they had to be like a fighter pilot during trade deadline day. You shoot your missiles and then hit the
Pew pew pew.
This is Jim Nill,
hit
right?
the burners, and you're out of there.
I feel bad. No one's really touched the veg.
No,
Can you go back to the meat cam, Jack? I'll give people an update here as to
No.
how things are going.
Most probably. Dennis Gilbert's in the deal.
So there's
Denny Gilbert.
Shut up.
There's the meat tray.
How could you, Buffalo?
There's the meat tray.
And they got a second.
Potatoes were into there. Hey.
Oh yeah, those are dense.
Oh dear. It's sparse. Have some veg right now. Get some.
Get off the back.
All right.
What?
So they got Gilbert and a second round pick to
As
get-
well. More throw-ins for the
Let's-
Sens.
Listen, we got to get this cousin guy out of here. It's a real pain in the
You
ass.
take the second. We'll get it done today.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff.
Fine, I'll give you the second. Just get him out of here. Oh my.
Poor Buff. Hey.
Not poor Buff. What the are you doing? How about you do nothing? Pretend that you're so busy you can't get anything done.
Yeah, if they just took everyone's phone away,
Yes.
they'd probably be better off.
Buffalo, hell yeah.
They're terrible.
It's not great. So we have no officially no Flames moves today. They've done nothing.
I would
How much time do we got?
I predict they do a move because Connie doesn't want to look like he's just sitting around the pool in Dallas doing nothing. So they're going to do something, but it's going to be so trivial that it doesn't matter.
Scott Lawton, a fourth and a sixth to the Leafs for Nikita Grabenkin and a conditional first.
Lawton will help there. Tavares 3C, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, Lawton's okay, I guess. Right?
They'll probably add a D to Rhett's point. You got a couple old goats there that are going to get hurt because they always do. And Tanev and OEL.
What do we think about Colorado? Like they
middle
made-
stats in the Coyle deal from the sounds of it.
Okay. well,
Okay. That makes sense.
Look at these dusters.
Who you got there?
They did not fall in love with Casey Middlestat in Colorado.
I didn't
No, they had high hopes too. You move
Casey
Bo and Byram, you
Middlestat's
got to like a
a
guy.
Dud.
Yeah.
He was a dud in Buffalo, and like I was not surprised that no one fell in love with him. Secondary piece.
It's a rare Buffalo trade win. Bo and Byram for
yeah,
him?
yeah, I like that.
Can't
That's
deny
a good
that.
point.
Buffalo, yeah.
Yeah. If we're gonna crush him, we got to give him a little bit of credit for that move.
Yeah.
It's what they do with Byram now when they trade him for a
They'll
third.
trade him for It's like, well,
Right.
we've already got maybe we can get Gilbert back from Ottawa.
We'll give you the second. We got to get this done today. Okay, yes, another second.
Oh, Jace.
I'm sending Kami a photo. He's very excited. He's going to join us here
Is
momentarily.
anyone should we text Conroy?
Yeah, text him.
I'll text him.
Yeah, why not?
Go ahead. We can then we can
I'll s-
prove that we were working. Is
I'll
that
send him a shot of you.
goals 4 per game, 32nd. Huh.
Yeah, it's
What the- That would be the thing. Hey, if you could find a winger with a little pop to help the Flames, a center. Honestly, that's what it is. Could you push Kevin Rooney off the depth chart, please?
See, they like Kevin.
Well, what you'd want is to get a center that pushes Backlund to the fourth line, which pushes Rudy out.
Yes.
Backlund had the best game in probably 2 months last night.
Yeah.
He's
playing too much because they don't have centers.
Yeah.
And if Morgan Frost wants to take a step and Backlund can step back, that's what should be happening. He's 35.
Cool.
And I don't want to excuse this thing, but like they don't have centers. He would be playing a lot less if they had centers.
Are we at all concerned like things are kind of going okay this year and we feel like, oh, playoffs, and maybe we are in on that or not, whatever, it's irrelevant. What's coming next year?
Is Wolf going to be good? That's the only question that I can tell you what matters.
I know,
Yeah.
but that doesn't make you better. It makes you similar. Like
You'll get Perrick out of the gate.
mhm.
Gridden will be around to play in the A next year.
But are these pieces good enough? Like we don't mention, and I don't know them, you do, but like, and are we, are the pieces that the Flames have that aren't front and center, like the guys on the team, good enough to be attractive or highly regarded enough league wide to be attractive to trade for something in the now?
I don't think so. I don't
Yeah.
think they're there yet.
Like they're
Like
how is there-
Seravalli and
don't
Kuznetsov
they,
might be
there's
6'7".
those
Yeah.
people that do the rankings of the farm systems,
Mhm.
and I don't mean
Mhm.
our fan honks.
No,
that
like
do
the
it.
national ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Flames are like 13.
Oh, we've got
Yeah.
the best ranked system in. Oh, really? Weird. Where do you live? Oh, the Marteloup. Okay. Like,
I got you.
Where do you live? Yeah, Marteloup.
but they're 13th.
Well, they just graduated Wolf, Zeri, Coronado. So, yeah, they're 13th. And
Okay, but take
they'll be a top 10 system after the draft this
I was
year
gonna
because
say
they've got
ta-
two
Take
firsts.
Wolf out. You can't really take Wolf out.
No, he's your best player.
But yeah,
He's a prospect last year, right?
but who up front is changing things? Because right now Wolf's there. Okay, we love it. This is
Mhm.
awesome.
But you just said it. They're 32nd in scoring.
Yes. So
How do you fix that?
who's coming?
Like you
Where's
can't. So here,
Cavalry.
yeah, you can't expect more from Kadri. You can't expect more from Huberdeau. You can't expect more from Coleman. You can't expect more from Backlund. These are all guys, and they're on the back nine.
Sharangovich should be.
Sharon
better.
Govich should be better. Coronado, you'll see another step. You get a full healthy year. Azeri should be helpful.
I'd get out from under Sharon Govich if I could.
I don't think you can.
Can't. No.
I don't think that's going to work out.
He's-
He had a very good year. It's like, oh, okay, well, maybe in New Jersey, it's too eerily similar to how it went in New Jersey, where he put
Yeah.
up numbers and then
Got passed on the depth
worked
chart.
himself down the roster, got passed by other guys. I worry about that one. The
Yeah.
skills are there, but it's
I agree. With
it's
you.
not the first time.
I think we're going to be disappointed in.
You need last year from Sharon Govich. I don't know you'll ever see it again. 30 goals is probably the high water mark.
or you might see it, but then expect the dip again.
Well, if you see
It's
it
not a
again,
guy you're
trade
going to-
his ass.
It's not like you're going to be able to count on this guy. I don't think as a contributor, and that's shit. That's what everybody needs.
He's
Obviously,
no
but-
Zucker, I'll tell you that.
That's what you do. You call Kevin Adams every day for a year about
How
Sharon
do you
Govich,
get
and one day he'll
Jason
just cave.
Zucker? Yeah. Jack, I threw something into the old driveroo there.
Is Aussie Brad? Are we calling Aussie Brad today?
What time is it in Brisbane? What time is it in Brisbane?
The time in Brisbane, QLD, Australia is 5:14 a.m.
Too early. Or he's still up.
It's the Carolina return in the end, because we talked about it. So you got Rantanen, and
Yeah,
here's
this
what
is
you
true.
gave up. Is what you get now trading away Rantanen? Would you
Well,
have
what
done
did they
that
give up?
in the
They
first
gave
place?
It's the Natchez thing, right?
Natchez
Right.
You gave up
for
Natchez,
Stankoven and 2 firsts.
Natchez and Drury, and what did you get back? That's what this whole thing is, right? And I mean, it's a list, and I want to see what they get for the first. I think they're totally in play.
I don't mind that though.
So
If
there
you
it is
just
on-
took it on a whole and said,
So Natchez,
Read it to
Drury,
us, yeah.
a second and a fourth out. Stankoven, Taylor, Hall, 2 firsts, and some other in.
Yeah.
So
So I
are you-
want to know what the firsts are.
So
Yeah.
are you trading Natchez for Hall, Stankoven, and I don't know.
2 firsts.
I think you are.
I
Remember
would.
how bad
I
it was
don't.
with
I don't think
Natchez?
they are because they are contending right now, right?
No,
they traded Natchez because they were
But are
getting.
you underestimating what Stankoven can bring?
I think he's a fine player, but they were getting Rantanen.
That
No,
can't
but you got to
compare
go back
two.
to the beginning. That was the whole point you were
You
making.
can't compare
No,
that.
what I'm
You
saying
had
is would
Natchez and Drury, and what did that turn into?
Stankoven and
2 firsts. It's pretty
that
damn
doesn't
good.
it doesn't help you now
So trade
unless you
first.
well just trade. They've got 2 hours,
You-
hour and a half,
You want to
half
make
an
a bet?
hour.
They're trading a first. I'll make that bet. I
Are
think
they-
they're trading a first today.
I'm saying I don't think they make the trade involving Natchez if they're getting 2 firsts back.
You think they?
I agree
They
with
would-
you,
I
but
think
I
they-
don't think it's a bad haul in general
It's not a bad trade.
Yeah.
I don't think they make it.
because of the situation they're
Right.
in to win now, Mo. But I also
Yeah, they
think
have to turn the first into assets for it to work.
And
where's
like right
Stankoven
now,
like
been
today.
on the depth charts in Dallas.
He's been bounced around. He was top line for a bit, and then he was playing further down the lineup last night. They love everything except he's just not finishing his chances. Great forechecker, great possession player, like really in the fabric of the game. It's been a year where nothing's gone in for him, and he's how old? And knowing Carolina, they'll get him locked in for a decade at a really nice deal.
Yeah.
I can't judge this deal until we see what the firsts are because
Yeah.
I don't think they want to use the firsts. Maybe one of them they keep.
Like just to come back
So
to
here's a
the point
question.
I was saying in the first place is they sit today on trade deadline day going into the 24-25 playoffs. They cannot be happier right now than they were with Natchez and Drury.
Not unless they move one of those firsts. I agree.
Like they're worse off
For this run.
for right now.
I don't think they're worse off franchise.
Yeah, perhaps not.
For this
No.
run.
And remember, last summer it was hot with Natchez, and the dad was yelling. There's no way you're getting 2 firsts in Stankoven for him last summer.
What about like
Not even close.
just take
Very hot.
those the first round picks?
My GM hat's very hot.
What could you get for him right now?
Yeah.
That's a good
Cousins?
question.
Do they need
Oh,
a center?
shit,
Do they need a
interesting.
winger? Like
Who are these top guys? Yeah, like there's just not a lot sexy out there, is there? Jeez, Ricky Rax maybe. That ain't that sexy.
I think though, for 2 first round picks, if you're willing to flip, you don't have to take a guy that's on the board. Do you know what I mean? Like there's guys that are
Right.
out there and they're on the
Yep,
board and
I
they want
agree.
the other team's ready.
Yeah,
For 2 first round picks, you might be able to go get someone that's
but like I'll throw it out there: Raquel and Ristolainen, a forward and a D man for 2 firsts. That
I don't know.
wouldn't be unreasonable. I don't love either.
I
of those
thought
love
guys,
that
that,
Raquel
but-
or
yeah.
Ristolainen was freaking booed out of the city in Philly. Basically, they're like
It
I
would be
thought it was.
Like to your point, it could be a guy that we've not talked about at all.
That's what I'm
when it's a
saying.
first in play. Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's a first or 2 firsts, like you might be able to pry more than what you're expecting, right? Like and expecting by guys on these lists.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a rental. It doesn't have to be on
Yeah.
a trade board.
What are some teams that are maybe starting to
yeah, like
be on the down slope? We don't know what the Rangers are doing. Obviously, Boston's starting to sell off.
Braden Shen interest you?
Marchand and if
Like
you-
Braden-
Marchand and Shen? That'd be nice.
right? Like
So you don't have the Rantanen, but you got the depth, 2 lines it affects.
kidding me?
Huh?
Yeah, Shenmate would be a guy that he wouldn't hurt. Yeah, I just don't love it for Carolina. Didn't work out.
What do they get Marchand? That'd be nice.
Yeah, but again, you're only thinking. That's what I said on the other show is that, yeah, for a single season, you might be right. You haven't gone all,
And
in
that's
on
all
it,
I'm
but
saying.
Franchise wise, you might be better off because and you might not be that far off anyway. And it's great that how many teams are making trades and one of them is going to work out for. So
you want peak drama? You get Dallas, Colorado round 1, and one of them goes to the final and plays Carolina. Like, that would be the peak storyline thing. I like they're really good. If they sit on these firsts, they've missed the window this year, and they always got next year. But
they haven't.
you've got to
They
turn
haven't. But
this year. I'm saying next year they'll
I
be
know,
fine.
and I'm
Yeah.
just trying to argue the other side, kind of because that's what we have to do. But it doesn't always work out when you go all in. Like Dallas was going all in, but they got Rantanen. Carolina tried to go in, and that was a different. They couldn't keep them to get out of the East.
That division's open for them, but the Atlantic is a
And
gauntlet.
it isn't always the team that makes the move that goes all in that wins the right.
We know, yeah.
So it's great to critique, but
And I'll say this: given that return from Dallas, you had to trade him Because the other
Yeah.
argument was
Mhm.
just keep him, go into the playoffs, hope that Rantanen starts to mesh and
Yeah.
come together,
And, he
and
likes it
then
there.
and then
Yeah.
worry about it down the
I
road.
don't like that approach.
It's 2 firsts
Not
and
with-
a good young player. They
It's
had to
easy
do it.
It's easy to say ride it out and just see what happens, and you've got that's an integral piece that everyone's going, this guy doesn't want to
Yeah.
be here.
Mhm.
Or you rally, you know what I mean?
He
Like,
might have liked to be here, but he's just not ready to commit. It's like, look, we can turn this guy into multiple firsts and a really good young player. We have to do it. I
Yes.
agree with you. That deal was more than I thought. Now, I don't know if there's retention or not, but I mean, I thought they'd get a haul. They got a
Yeah.
haul.
Almost doesn't matter because it's retention to the end of the year.
Yeah, and
Right, like,
Dallas is so far in
it's-
LTIR, they got tons of space. Yeah, they got
it's-
Seguin hurt and Haskin hurt. You're right. The money doesn't matter at all.
It's a
for
really
Dallas.
good return for Carolina. They kind of had to do that.
And if you're Dallas, like you're just about to say goodbye to Ben, one more year again, maybe you bring Ben back at low money. That opens up 18, 19 million between those two guys.
I like it a lot for Dallas.
Cap's growing. You've got this great stable young forwards. You got the franchise goalie. You got 2 studs on the back end and Haskinen and Harley. Look out.
Yeah, I
like
like it.
Harley
Hardy,
looked good
sir.
last night. He can skate.
He can skate.
That was the thing with that tournament. You notice guys that weren't elite skaters.
Yeah, he can skate. Kind of like a young Rhett Warner.
I would like to see Marchand go now. That would be
Yeah.
exciting.
Warner's wheels
Carolina.
back in the day.
I was a terrible skater.
Guy could just wheel around.
Other guy in play, Brock Besser of Vancouver. If they let him get past today without an extension or a trade, like
Again, another down.
house of cards.
Yeah.
Like it all comes tumbling down.
I could probably eat more. Isn't that crazy?
Get in there.
Dean, I feel like you should.
Like it's kind of settled in here. The garlic mashed with the cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Still not ready for veg, maybe.
Veg is not popular, Greg. I got bad news. It's wonderful. It's
Sorry.
just, it's
He-
not.
You know what?
meat and
His heart
potatoes.
was in the right place.
No, he's doing the right thing.
He's like, these idiots are good. They're just going to put so much in their.
gravy out of a coffee mug.
They'll get maybe even a handful, a cup full of veggies. They won't even know it, and that's him thinking about
If
us.
I put it in my coffee mug right now,
Yeah.
then maybe it's got a chance.
the gravy, I'll say we're gravy guys. That's real good.
Real
gravy.
good gravy.
Real good gravy.
Real good gravy.
Are they selling that? Do you think, or did he whip that up just for this?
He's selling it now because
Greg, you got to sell that now.
It's definitely got to go on the menu.
Gotta go.
If you were going there right now, what would you get? It's hard to when you're full, right?
Yeah.
Potato salad.
I know he doesn't want to hear it, but I'm gonna get some potato salad because I may not be. I'll have it
Off
tomorrow.
the
I'll have
normal.
it Sunday.
I want a meat pie.
I was gonna go the other way because it's now
Oh, they're
warmer.
so good.
I'm grilling something.
Oh,
Something's going on the grill. I want the.
One of those
schmillet.
baseball
Oh,
fillets.
baseball ribeye is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
This just in.
Huh?
They sell a ton of gravy.
Mm.
A ton of it.
Didn't
Is that
You know
breaking
what?
news?
you learn? Yes.
Pow, 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 pow.
Pow, pike bomb,
Sorry, Jack
pike
wanted me to bring my
bomb.
soundboard over, but then I needed a laptop and breaking news. Really? Because there's mushrooms in there too. Fresh,
Yeah,
that was
fresh
good.
mushrooms in there. You drank some. Proud of you. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about how much belching and nodding off is going to be happening here in the next hour.
What if you handed your wife a Packers mug full of gravy?
Let's get her on right now, and she doesn't know what's happening. You want to get her on?
You do whatever you
She'll
want.
be
This is-
sour.
I was gonna say this is
She'll be
your life.
sour? I don't want her on if she's gonna be mad.
Well, no, actually, she's not working today. She's got the kids. I think they're maybe going to the Dog Man movie or something.
Dog man.
Maybe
What's the reviews on that?
the kids like it. I'm guessing. I don't. I don't know. Yeah, some of those ones like, oh, it's funny for the adults too. I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
RJ, have you seen a good movie lately?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
What the F did he just say?
He's being funny. He's being.
He's
Are
trying to
you
be
being
funny.
cheeky?
No,
I love Lord of the Rings. I read the books when I was.
You read the Silmarillion?
I don't want it. I want a recent movie, not a when I lived in Buffalo trilogy.
Oh, right, Casablanca. It's a banger. Okay, RJ. What the hell?
Have you seen Police Academy?
I wonder if that would be funny now.
No. Be awful.
No,
It would be
Really?
awful.
terrible.
Yeah, I bet you that would be awful.
I have tried to find funny shows. I said this for 2 months now.
Oh, it's tricky.
There's nothing. You
Yeah.
got to go back. You got to go back in time, and even then, you run the risk of it being.
Okay, I'm gonna throw. I don't want to. Trust me, I'd rather talk about this.
Something big?
What?
No, they just threw the board. There's 35 minutes.
That's
They threw the board up there. What have we been saying about what do? You call Kevin Adams. What's Kevin Adams? He's an idiot. What's Buffalo? They're terrible. I get Bowen Byram at all costs right now.
Yes. Well, and all cost means
Don't
like
do
a
not
deal.
need they traded Bowen Byram.
No, they haven't. But that's what I'm
Oh.
saying. If I'm Conroy, I'm like, just keep throwing names at this guy until he says yes, because he might say no and offer him the same guy.
Yeah.
10 minutes from now, I might say yes.
It's Seravalli Benning theory. Keep calling and let them do
What about
something stupid.
Miramanov? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's
Miramanov
a tough
and
one.
Hanley. Okay, done.
What
You
about
got that Docker now? You don't need Byram.
you don't need
got
him.
Docker.
You know what? We'll give you Miramanov. Ooh, I like Miramanov. Yes, you do.
Miramanov? Tell me
You
more.
do.
Who's this Miramanov?
I
What
thought we were getting Igor Larionov. No, wrong guy.
Mirananov?
Sorry.
What?
Yeah, if they're going to trade Bo Byram, I don't know. I just don't like the Cousins return. Maybe they
I
would
don't like
do
anything
well.
they've done. And
Craig, go get him.
from
Go get 'em.
I guess I liked the Bowen Byram trade last year.
Yeah.
So that's the last good thing, in my opinion, that they've accomplished.
Yeah. Look at Kelly. Kelly's got great hair.
Yeah, it is.
Hey,
Good man.
great hair, great guy.
How boring would that be?
Well, we're doing that. Mind you, they don't have meat.
They don't have meat.
They don't have
You're
Bonton.
not fighting off a nap right now. I'll tell you that.
And they've been
Yeah.
doing this for hours. Someone's
Delicious.
in this office. Oh. Hi, Lens.
It's Big Human.
Yeah.
His wife.
Cody Glass.
Cody Glass.
Oh, I just spilled my beer. Son
Thank
of-
goodness you got a bib. Cody Glass from the
What are
Penguins.
the
Is that
Penguins doing, Jack? They're dismantling your
Good.
squad.
Keep moving. They've done a good day.
Hey,
Everybody.
When is Crosby going? When is he looking at this shitstorm out there and just calling Dubas?
Yeah,
and
do they have to
get
be-
me the out of
Do they have to be last at the end of November next year before he does something
Come
about this?
on.
Come on. Olympic year next year. Maybe that's
How
enough.
come no one mentions Malkin's name?
Because he's said repeatedly, not going anywhere. Don't even ask. Full no move. Nope.
He feels like a guy that should want to go somewhere. Like I could see.
I think they're
Gino
just
in
comfy and they got
LA.
3 rings. Yeah, I know.
I feel like
Malkin to the Kings has been like a 15-year rumor.
he's us. He's just sitting on the couch.
It's like, boy, moving would be tough.
It's like, what am I going to move my family right
Gosh,
now?
I
Go to
hate
a new
moving.
city. I've got cups. I've got all the money in the world.
Russian grandma and grandpa got this condo downtown. I really don't want to move them.
Forget.
Big Steelers guy.
I'm not going to catch anybody in points, or there's nothing for me to.
Got
There's
this,
no Ovi thing going.
my favorite delis right here. I'm not moving.
To hell
We're
with it.
good.
That's my Malkin impression.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
That's good.
Yeah, thanks.
Thick accent.
Yeah. 32 minutes.
Oof.
What do you think they're talking about?
David Amber's workout routine.
He is fit. Yeah, he's a fit guy.
Would you say bench press a Buick? Kind of tough.
Yeah, he could bench press a Buick for sure.
Strong.
Yeah, he's real tough. Well, I shouldn't say tough. He's strong.
No.
I'm guessing he's strong. He's fit. Anyway, he's no Kelly Rudy. So
Nicest man in the
has this
world.
been an exciting deadline to this point? Rantanen's a huge
Brandon
name.
was really cool. I don't know.
Cousins is, all things considered, it's a big name.
Yeah, I'd say that's
Really?
the second most
Brock
exciting.
Nelson is not a big name, but
No.
that's a significant move for a team.
Cousins
Yeah, it's yeah.
Cousins and Rantanen are the
and
exciting deals.
Rantanen would be the biggest.
Yeah.
and then
Superstars and young players. Those are
Zuck.
exciting things.
Mhm.
Zuck and
No, no. Shillington for futures? No, no.
no goalies.
Mrazek got dealt.
Tell me about it.
I don't know. It's on
Brennan Smith and Mrazek
Is he still playing?
yeah,
Detroit.
left shot
Man.
D. Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
boy.
Detroit have a bunch of goalies already?
Huso and
Sabres
Talbot.
signed Jason Zucker, 4 points. What?
Yeah, they moved Huso to Anaheim. They had like 3 or 4 goalies.
Yeah.
Is that what Noodles said to do?
No, it happened before Noodles was talking about it. He said the Anaheim needed that AHL depth. He wants the Oilers to go get Huso from Anaheim.
What are the Oilers going to do? They got to be shitting themselves, eh?
They got Jake Wallman. No worry at all.
And the Bush bomb.
Wallman's a goalie, right? Wolverine? No? Oh, fuck.
Are you an Oilers honk?
Oh
Huge.
God. Can barely sit in the same room.
Sarcasm.
Yeah. Can barely
got
barely
the-
hack it.
The
And you're
blue
comfortable
orange
with the
undies.
squad?
What are you seeing, Jack? You got the microphone by you're dying to say something.
No, it looks like Wyatt Johnson's getting a new deal.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is.
God, of course he is. Dallas just killing it.
Yeah.
There goes our offer sheet.
Yeah.
Remember?
who
We're
was
offer
it?
sheeting up.
Yeah.
Can I get a blonde there? Thanks, Wolvie.
Lowell. I just got one.
I'm
thanks.
good. Here, yeah.
Low eek.
Where'd I put my? Oh, it's in my lap. Hey.
So people like playing in Dallas.
Sure do, especially when you're winning. Yeah, bud.
The other thing that I saw somebody online here talking about. So if
Okay.
you're Colorado,
Yep.
and you tried to sign Rantanen, and Rantanen
Told
said,
you.
"No, I've whatever." Now he's signed for 12, which
With
is
the
kind of
rival
With a team that he doesn't know.
yeah.
in division.
So if you're Rantanen, would you just maybe I'll take that 12 to stay in Colorado? Am I happier now in Dallas? Is Colorado saying, "You idiot, you could have just signed here"?
I think there's both idiots there a little bit.
And somebody was talking about, well, what about the tax and that within
Mhm.
Dallas and that?
Yep.
Somebody went and did if you did the
Yeah,
8
yeah,
times
yeah.
12
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Colorado. So there it is there. We can't really see it, but read that.
Walk us through. Oh,
Just kind of
Jack.
read that for us, Jack, for people listening. Why would they be listening to this?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't
well,
listen.
I don't. His annual take home will be like $400,000 more a year in Dallas than
Peanuts.
in Denver.
That doesn't seem like a long.
I'll say this: in Colorado, you're probably just really excited about Marty Necas, and you might be like, what about the rent? You know what they didn't do? Losing for nothing.
I think
And
if
they
I'm
got to a point-
Colorado, I feel comfortable with it because Natchez has been good. I
Yeah.
didn't realize how good he looked and the size. Like it's
Yeah.
Dude, he flies.
yeah,
I didn't realize
like
he was
it's
that
a
quick.
Similar piece.
That team, all of them can skate. Like it's predicated on speed. It's McCarr, McKinnon, and now Necas. It's just speed limits 100. No one can keep up. And remember, what do they got Necas making?
6.5.
6.5, which is considerably less than Rantanen. If you're getting 80% of Rantanen's production for half the price, yeah, you're gonna have to pay Necas soon, but I don't think you're gonna be paying him 12.
Yeah, I think
And that allows them to
Colorado's
get in
all
the
right
we
there.
need to extend McCarr,
I would.
that
It's.
thing.
I don't know. It's so. It seems odd, and it's you poo 400 grand, but for these guys to move around 400 times 8, what's that? 3.2.
It's not nothing.
It's not nothing,
But
but
if it's
it's
$100 million
not.
bucks.
You're telling me that Colorado and over 8 years couldn't have figured out another 400?
The difference between him negotiating with Colorado and what he's been pushed into in the last 24 hours is there was an ultimatum, there were firm deadlines, and there was a we need a yes or a no from Dallas from midnight until this morning. In Colorado, he thought they were still negotiating, and they just looked internally and they said, I don't think we're getting to the number that he wants. And these negotiations were too far apart. We're just going to cut bait now and go find a young, cheap player.
I don't mind the Colorado move. I think Carolina got stuck trying to make a move, and they turned it.
I like that they tried
I
it.
don't think there's actually a bad spot,
I agree.
Dallas,
Yeah.
Colorado, or Carolina, where they ended up in this.
Remember-
you really got hosed.
Remember
Now,
where
the
they were on
picks-
HS a year ago?
Oh yeah,
Like the dad's complaining. He doesn't want to be here. He's asked for a trade. He's playing on the third line. He says he's way better than he is. Like, this is a nightmare. You might have got 1 first for him. And now you got Stankoven and 2 firsts for him when it's all said and done. If we just forget the little Rantanen chapter in the middle, which is hard to do. But I think all teams, you could argue, are better than where they started for different reasons. So the Avs are in a much better cap spot. It just has fit well. For the Carolina Hurricanes, a year ago, you had a guy that didn't want to be there, that wasn't playing that well, who you've turned into a huge pile of futures. And for Dallas, like, you're a contender, and you just added a 50-goal moose on the wing. Everyone's better in a weird way.
The Middlestat deal.
I would. Sorry, can I just
Yeah.
jump in with one final thought?
Of course.
There's no flipping way. If that's a 3-way trade,
Yep.
and there's no way Colorado does it.
No, it's in division, and they're going to meet them round 1.
Like that's the one fly in the ointment
It
where
is.
it's like, oh, by the
Yeah.
way,
No, you're right. You're
I'm
right.
coming to you back home here, and I'm gonna stick it to you.
And they gain $3 million of cap space in the deal. So does that allow them to
Well, they
do
got
the
the
Brock
Brock Nelson
Nelson?
in, yeah.
And I think every team's happy, but you're right. Colorado never would have said, hey, let's move Mikko to Dallas. Never.
No, not happening. It's like moving a guy like Dylan Cousins to Ottawa. You just
That's
wouldn't
right.
do
In
don't do it.
division, you just can't do it.
Yeah, you don't do it.
That's some Kevin Adams shit. You never go full Kevin Adams.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that's like we know what Dennis Gilbert is. He's not he can play.
He's a 6'7". That's great.
Cousins, Gilbert, and a second.
Like, would you
That's an I just what
exactly
What are you
like
doing?
and a second to
Sabres?
all? to Ottawa.
How do they win this trade? Does it have to be Cousins
Like, is
never being
Norris?
a player? Like, is that it?
Are we completely
Yeah, like
discounting
Norris-
It's just the injury thing.
It's
When he's healthy,
injuries.
so like, what do
There
you?
we go. There, they'll
It's
break it down.
injuries. Yeah, like it's
Yeah, I'm not looking at any of their backgrounds and history.
it does. If you're truly from a Flames perspective, it's like, how couldn't you have got because you wanted that guy?
That's a great fit for your
If you were in a
team.
if only you were in a spot where you could have had something to satisfy
Yeah, but
Buffalo there.
it's no. I guess they wanted Norris because he can play right now, and they think they're gonna. Like, but what's Buffalo doing? Like, if they're in a,
Well, they don't have a
we're
plan.
trying to make the playoffs.
Yeah, like
mode.
best case, it's treading water.
It's
You
deck chairs on the Titanic. They're not
Like,
better.
if you took Norris right now as you're Kevin Adams, hey Calgary, you want Norris?
Like, yeah, but I mean, there's some
Sure,
injury
but-
issues.
Yeah,
What's
but
it
you
going to
offered
cost?
me this for Cousins.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we're not
but
giving you that. No.
No. Right? Like, if Kevin Adams had Norris and Cousins, and you were Calgary, who are you going at?
Cousins. Now, maybe we're sleeping a bit on Norris, but I just think it's Cousins. What was the career year Norris had? Do you have it up in front of you? Because like we talked about it on the show, there was 1 year where you're like,
RJ,
wow, ball
Norris. Chuck. You ever watch some Chuck Norris stuff?
player. You know what I saw last
that guy
night?
could make a movie.
Rambo 2 was on
He would
last night.
whoop your ass. Oh, Chuck. I know, but Chuck Norris was an
No, Chuck was
NBK.
yeah.
Natural born killer, man.
35 goals in 66 games. That is the Norris they're trying to find again
Yeah, but didn't Cousins have 30?
in a full season. Yeah.
Well, we know this Buffalo experts on player injuries.
Gosh.
Wyatt
Yeah.
Johnston 5 years.
Like, if you're
8.4.
Steve Stales,
Steele.
you're sitting in Ottawa going, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
What a squad.
You're getting some calls from some other GMs like, that was a nice move you made today.
Yeah, you sure are. Yeah.
How in the world does Josh Norris get it done?
AI this. Hey,
Oh, man.
got AI on your phone?
You absolutely do. Why would you ask
No,
if I
I'm
have?
talking to that
Oh,
guy.
him.
Cousins'
The Oiler
career
donkey.
year, 31 goals, 68 points in 81 games.
Yeah, they're hoping obviously that
Ages?
Norris is
What are
going to
the
be
ages?
Cousins is 24, which is older than I thought. And Norris was in that Carlson deal. He's got to be older. He's 25. Okay, so not much older.
I would have expected him to be
He's a May birthday, so he's going to turn 26. He's a couple years older.
Yeah.
Year and a half, whatever.
not a big deal
No.
either way.
A lot of food.
fresh plate.
You going to go in again?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
don't want to get my rabbit here. My rabbit.
Dean, next time there's a trade, please give the
I'll give you.
here's a,
Yeah.
Do we have a trade siren, Jack?
we don't need it. We got
Jack's got a
Just my-
soundboard. What's
just
on
my-
your soundboard?
Just my ears. Oh.
Are you going dessert or are you going
I'm going back for a little more meat.
you want me to take that plate?
Would
from
you?
Yeah.
That'd be great if you would.
So the Bruins get Middlestat.
Can Marchand get traded?
Yes, I hope he does today. That would be a banger.
Could he go to Colorado?
Why not?
When's Vegas gonna do something?
Well, that's
Good
right.
question.
Good.
That a boy.
Jack attack.
That's
Look at
right,
that.
There's the ranch hand right there. The handsy ranch hand. Finally, a good point.
They gotta make a big.
Garlic mashed, eh?
Do they make a move?
Yes, they always make a move.
I know, but okay.
They brought
let's-
in Riley Smith.
let's talk this out.
Well, they brought back Riley Smith to Jackson. You got to turn your mic up, Jack, a little for us. I think.
Jack
Just-
can't fucking hear you.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
real soft there.
Idiot.
Say hi, Jack.
It's not your fault, Jack.
Hi.
Hey, where's popcorn?
Yeah, were you bringing popcorn today?
Sorry,
Frozen
bring
popcorn.
frozen
Look at all the food we got.
Such a half-asser.
Where does he get that from? These role models. Just look around and find some work ethic.
Hey, Wolf, how are the other shows doing? Let's call the other guys.
Jack, I
We
need
got a
you
lot
to
of other shows on this,
I need
don't
to-
we?
give me the cam here.
They're horse shit.
Look at this.
Round 2. What do you think?
That's a nice touch.
Any veg? I'll
The
do this.
lonely veg.
How about this?
One, just one.
Now you carrots? See, I'd be broccoli.
I already did carrots though.
I know, but
can't
like
do
if you
both
were
now.
reaching in there and you had to choose a veg, cauliflower, broccoli, carrot, what are you going with?
You know what? I like the raw cauliflower
Really?
on a veggie tray with some dip.
It better be good dip. I'll tell you that.
Really?
'Cause cauliflower
I like
sucks.
cauliflower like when
Because
they
I find when
pretend it's a
cauliflower
wing.
gets cooked, it kind of starts to smell like ass.
Yeah, it
Kind of gets
does.
a
Well,
weird
broccoli's the
smell
same,
to it.
isn't it?
But
Yeah, I'm kind of.
What about baby dill carrots with butter?
oh, the best.
Is that good?
I haven't had a
You guys want to start a farm?
A carrot ranch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
carrot farm.
Yeah, I do.
How does the Hansy Ranch hand
You
feel
can't,
about
you
this?
little bunny rabbit. You'll be eating all the carrots.
Hey, yeah, I do. I was waiting for you to
No
bring it up.
surprise that you went for the carrots. you know.
Yes.
Cammie's weighed in. She's watching the stream. The vegetable tin looking dangerously full.
Yeah.
Noted, Cammie, and yes, we're saving them for you.
You know what's
Why-
nice
why
about
didn't
this
she
too?
Stop by and give us some insights.
Sometimes you
What?
go and you have your prime rib.
Yeah.
You know, they cut it so. Oh, would you like some beef? Yes, I would like some beef. And it's like paper thin.
Oh no.
Look at this.
Because some things you do want thin, like your deli meats, you want really thin, right?
Yeah,
That's
I like
the
it
right-
shredded. The deli meat's shredded.
I don't
is
know, Greg.
way to do it.
I had, you know what? I've been sleeping on this gravy. I didn't even know they were doing gravy over there.
I'm shocked
do
that
you
we
not know
didn't know
that? I
that they
feel
were doing it.
terrible.
We've talked about gravy, maybe as much as potato
I know.
salad on our show.
As much as like Sean Monahan.
You know what?
Yep.
It's by design. Greg knows.
Once he
He's
starts,
like, they'll find out about the gravy, and then I'm going to have to make like double the amount every week. I can't do it.
How did they get a second thrown in if you're Ottawa?
I didn't know they had a
Exactly.
second.
Holy shit.
A second?
Exactly.
You're like, oh, that makes sense. You know, you got to send a second
Yes.
to Buffalo
The
to
other
even it out a
way.
little. What?
Yes, they got it. Here, can you
Jeez.
please take Cousins and a second?
What
Just
would
in
you like?
case? And if you're Norris, you're going, you mother.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
I was just getting healthy. Oh, boy. That's a good trade.
Stevie Steos.
Is it hard when you're eating this much meat to drink a lot? Or is it, am I just
find
soft?
that I'm succeeding.
Well, you didn't even eat your meat. I don't want to throw you under the bus,
No, I'm eating it piece by piece.
but Rhett did give you
He gave me a lot.
a real helping there.
Not sure why Buffalo needed to add a second here. Do we have a Franck update, Jack?
Call that guy.
Where's Frank?
We could rip through some Franck trades if you want. That's
Now, who's Frank?
well, Franck Seravalli.
Bronx Valley.
Because this time of year, there's a bunch of MFers out there trying to trick you.
Oh,
Not quite like bots, right? But similar. They're pretending to be people they're not.
We should turn on the YouTubes and have some of those MFers. Can we get that on there?
what, like comments?
Yeah. No. The people that are trying to bullshit people about
Yeah, what's the
fake
Franck story?
trades.
Did Mike Gold let us down here? Yeah, he doesn't want to do it. Lowell.
Do
what do you
what?
mean? We reached out. We found out who Franck was. We know who he is. We had him coming on the show,
Oh,
and
so
now
you
he's
wanna
wimped
do it, or
out.
Mike Gould.
So you've got no balls. You're sitting there on Twitter being a big tough
Just
guy,
a
but I
keyboard
don't want to do
warrior,
it. Yeah, you
Franck
fucking
Seravalli.
pussy. Fucking keyboard warrior, basement dwelling pussy.
Yeah.
Wolverine
he's-
just
maybe he's a
coughed
bot.
up a lung there.
Would he be a bot?
No, bots. I mean, this is a fucking human.
Nah, you know what it is.
Frank's taking one here.
I'm gonna
Hey,
cut
look
through
at-
the fat here, Dean.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Frank. That Gould dropped the ball. He
Yeah,
didn't
he really
reach out.
did.
He
Yeah.
didn't really. He's making it. Yeah, I reached out. Yeah, sure you did. Show me the
I said,
text.
did
yeah.
Franck respond? Message Jack said, yeah, no, he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I know this guy. I've
I've-
sent in all kinds of fake
I've
trades
played
for him.
that-
He's
I've
great. I
played
know
that
him.
card.
He's a
Hey,
great guy.
So Gould's the one we're mad at?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Frank, I take it back. I still think you're a bit of a pussy, but
Well,
I
he
guess-
is, but it's more Mike's fault. Mike was.
Mike Gould could have faked being Frank.
It really hurts me. The more I deal with Mike, the more I'm like, he's kind of a lot of me, and I can't really handle it.
How do people put up with these people?
I'm like, Jesus, if this is diet me,
So
holy
what-
fuck?
So what's he like, Ryan? Like what explain what you're talking about.
Anytime we had a trade to announce last night, he
Mhm.
would put on this obnoxious Habduskaka Makamid Abdullah Abajah. Like he'd have to pronounce this name like he was at a podium in front of 1,000 people reading his.
Well, he is.
It has to be more than that.
He works at the Okotoks Oilers games and he does the in
He
games.
does play-by-play. There's way too many. I don't know. Very strong anti-Oilers opinions. There's a lot going on here.
Can we get the Oiler honk on to give us his
Yes.
breakdown of last night's game? What a victory it was, and what do you do with the Bush bomb? What is this team made of? Are they for real? Do they need a goaltender? Are they going to do anything else?
How's the soup and stew going?
Soup and stew.
Remember? Because I was. Oh, is it? Because it was Campbell
Soupy.
and
Skinner.
Stu Skinner.
Stuart Skinner.
Oh, is Campbell not there? He signed a 5-year deal.
Yeah, he should be
That
right
was
in the
not
middle of
5 years ago, was it?
I don't
No,
think
God,
so.
no. That was
No,
very
it should
recent.
still be
Yeah.
right in the heart of that bad boy.
Well, where is he?
Fuck, I hope LA just guts you guys. in
Who are they
round one.
picking up? Good. Vladar would be better than
Jared, grab that mic in front of you.
But there's no way the Flames are going to help the Oilers, are they?
No, it's streamlined.
Well, it doesn't hurt.
The only times they've ever traded is when they've both been so irrelevant it didn't matter, like the Laddie Schmid deal.
Steve frickin' Stausch.
Steve Stais. Lucic Neal, problem for problem. They're both bad. Well, I guess weren't bad, but you know what I mean. You take my problem, I'll take yours.
Mhm.
And problems they were. Oiler Honk, what do you got for us? Jake Wallman's a left shot. Does that make sense? What are they doing here?
I like it, but I don't know that it makes sense. But we need help on D. We need
What are we?
some goaltending help. Maybe we get
We need help. Like
maybe we get the Rat out of Boston, but
don't you
for the
hate
next 15
huh?
minutes.
It's possible.
they give you no
Just
choice.
Keep saying we.
Just by hearing you say we, it actually makes you wonder. Like, you work here in Calgary. Like, is there anything?
Sure.
Like, do you?
I speak about the Flames as we.
No, you don't.
No, you do
No,
not.
you don't.
I do.
No. When we're doing the post game last night, you're like, man, we just couldn't get it done in that penalty. No, you never said that about the Flames once. Don't give me this.
In my defense, there was an Oilers game on during the post game.
Yeah, odd. Which you do.
We need to go to the Bonton Meats and Origin Brewing insider hotline
What do we got?
at this point.
Hot takery.
Yeah, we need some hot take-a-tude. We need some boots on the ground. Is that what you?
Yes.
Yeah, we got
It's
boots
good
on the
to have
ground.
boots.
Oh, uh-oh.
A high-profile insider.
No, I don't know if he's ready.
Doesn't look like.
I don't know.
Must be there must be breaking news. There must be a trade happening.
Yes. Here we go.
Down.
Let him get a headset on. Keep him muted just in case someone says Mike Babcock. We don't want to get canceled here.
That's a nice looking shack.
That's a good chair.
Hey?
That chair, $1,000 min.
Wow.
Hello?
Hello, Michael.
Tommy!
Hey, Insider's taking another year off. That shit's too much work.
What happened to your golf game? You're supposed to be golfing today.
It's you know, a little soft. It's pouring. 47 degrees and raining.
Where are you?
Scottsdale.
It rains in Scottsdale?
Once in a while, yeah, it does actually.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry
Shitty
for
timing.
luck.
It was supposed to be a two-day member, so they busted that up. So you can play today. So there's a few guys playing, but I gassed that to be on here with you guys.
Yeah,
And
you
there's
did.
Another
Yep.
tournament starting on Saturday, so I'm going to play tomorrow.
Is your game back? Because I thought like a year or two ago you were kind of struggling with your swing or something.
Oh, I mean, hey, you know what, Red? I mean, if I'm being, it comes and goes. Not bad. Yesterday I played. It was probably the best I've ever hit it, or one of
Ever?
the times up there. It was blowing 30 miles an hour, and I bogeyed the last 4 holes to shoot an 80, which was actually pretty good.
Take that.
You want to know a former hockey guy who's really good?
Stick?
Murray Craven. Remember that name?
Oh,
yeah, old,
yeah.
old Canuck.
Murray Craven's down here. I played with him a couple times. That fucking guy is good. He doesn't miss fairways, this guy, ever.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a flyer back when the Oilers were beating them in the mid '80s.
Flyers, Hawks. He had a great
Yeah.
career.
Yeah,
Over
sure
1,000 games. Yeah.
I heard he made great smokes too, right? You were saying that, isn't that right?
Oh yeah, A's.
Craven A's. Yeah.
Oh, great.
So
That
so
too.
now here's the thing. You were doing the insider thing back before like Biz was famous. Like you were the pioneer of a lot of this stuff. You're taking you're taking the year off. What's
Again,
You know what? These people
soft.
just steal this shit from me. You know what? It was really fun for about 3-4 years. And then I was like, God damn, this is a lot of fucking work. Like, you can guess. And I drilled. I got better every year. I think I did it 5 years. And I'm like, man, I just got to get one more than the year before. So I went 1, 2. I actually might have got a couple. Anyways, I got up to 6 or 7. And then I'm like, man, I was on my phone all the time, just begging and then just firing out fucking guesses. And anyways,
it was still get mad when you'd miss too.
No,
It's
it was one of those things where it was like,
No.
hey, Commodore says that there's all right, you had to take it as you were an insider, had to take it for real.
I know. I should bring it back. I'll bring it back next year. I could have really, I could say what I could have really screwed some of those Drager and those guys when I first started doing it. When people actually thought I was connected. Darren Drager's lucky that he seems like a pretty good guy, or I could have when I think I did the Kane for Kane or the Real Deal. The Real Deal wanted to get fake traded, so I traded him for Evander Kane, I think. When Kane was in Buffalo, and I think Real Deal was in Nashville. And I had Darren Drager hook, line, and sinker. He was about to go on. He was about to go on TSN and look like a real asshole. I said, Darren, I responded to his message. I go, hey, man, seriously. I go, I'm going to do you a favor. Don't take anything I tweet seriously. He's like, oh, okay, thanks.
That's what Kevin Adams needs.
Yes.
He needs to let the rest of the GMs know anything I do is not serious. I'm joking. This is
fantasy hockey.
Speaking of Kevin Adams, catch me up on some of the. I saw Rantanen got moved. What are the Buffalo Sabres doing anyways, Rat?
Don't
Please,
know.
you know the man. You tell us. What the fuck is he
doing?
thinking?
I don't know. I got to be honest. I give Kevin, when he got hired, I sent him a message because a couple guys were like, hey, you know him. Are there any job openings? Look, Kevin Adams is a nice guy. If I'm being completely honest, I think I've talked to him. I'm not sure if it's one time. Maybe once in the last 18 years, 20 years. But, to his credit, when I texted him, I still had his number for whatever reason. And he texted me. He did get right back. Kevin Adams is a really nice guy, but I'm not sure what the fuck he's doing. I mean, should they not be unloading everybody? Aren't they? It's 14 years now.
No,
they got how many number one picks?
Back.
They signed him back?
Zucker, and who was the other guy?
Greenway. $4 million. He's like a soft, big fourth line guy. What are we doing, Kev?
Maybe the answer, they just need another first overall pick.
Oh,
well, they gave up their second and Cousins to get Norris. So,
jeez.
Yeah, I don't know what
they've got
they're
a
doing.
plan.
So, Tommy, you're saying next year. You got 7 minutes to fuck this whole trade deadline up. We're not even there yet. Tweet something insane right now. Let's go. You don't give up on this year.
Well,
you got
maybe
better
a
attitude
teaser
than
for
that.
next year. Yeah.
No, I know. I'll be more prepared next year, Pinder. I can't just half-ass it like that. Plus, I started drinking since I started you guys.
Yeah, we did too. Yeah.
Which I'm a way better tweeter when I'm drinking. So that's actually the reason why I'm not going to do it. This is my first one. If it was my 12th, I'd be firing shit out there.
How's the gout these days? You under control? You in good shape?
Yeah, good shape. Down a lot of weight, fellas. Lost a bunch. That helps.
Really?
Too.
Michael.
You look strong.
Amazing what happens when you don't get hammered. Well, you get hammered, but then you just go home and you go to bed instead of just vacuuming everything up.
Yeah, I figured that one out. Yeah.
You can actually lose weight if you just don't eat then. It's weird.
You're chasing around that girlfriend that's 30 years younger than you or whatever. You pervert. What the hell's going on there?
How much time we got?
Yeah.
All day, baby.
Hey, I love the dog, guys.
All right.
What would Rantanen go for? Went to Dallas, right?
Stankoven and 2 firsts is what they got back. And we'll see what Carolina does with the first.
Stankoven and how much? 2 firsts?
2 first rounders.
Hey, that's pretty fucking good.
It is. We kind of talked about it. Like, you could make a compelling case that Colorado did well because Natchez is fit in and he's making nothing. They couldn't have got that package for Natchez a year ago when he was screaming. His old man was saying, "Get him out of here." And Dallas gets an absolute game breaker. Like, you kind of can like it all three ways in a sense.
Yeah, I like that. You know what? I like that little fucking Stankoven.
Tell us.
He's a greasy little prick, that guy. I never met him, but I heard about him. They're like, man, this kid is good, but he's small or whatever.
Yeah.
But I heard he's a great dude. And then I've watched a few Stars games. I'm like, he gets in there, that guy, and he can score.
Like Marchand Light. What do you think?
He's young too, right? He's what, second year?
Yeah, he's a sophomore.
Yeah, perfect.
I think he was still eligible for Calder this year, actually. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's right. Is he having a good year this year? Maybe not as good, but
hasn't finished. But everyone's liked it, but just the goals just aren't there. But that'll happen.
Yeah, nice, good.
What
Brett,
about
did you ever get
Marchand?
moved on the deadline? I was thinking about that when I was driving up here.
I went from Florida to Buffalo.
That
What year
was
is
on the
that?
deadline. Okay, I wasn't sure.
99.
99.
Yeah.
1999.
That's similar to your thing, Mike, because the year you landed in Calgary was the big run. That was the year you guys went on a run in Buffalo, wasn't it? Your first year, Brett?
Yeah, we went. Yep.
So that's like you're there, boom, it's new, and all the way to the final.
Yeah. Well, we had a goaltender that was actually quite talented. The rest of the team was horseshit.
Yeah, Matt Barnaby ran me through that. Was Barney on that team? Yeah, he
No,
was.
he got traded.
Oh, he
that
was
year.
gone. Okay, Barney ran me through the 7 years prior, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Stu Barnes, he went. So I said I've said it lots where it's like, if you want to look at a team that didn't do enough when they had the cornerstone, it was that Sabres team. Like, you had the best goalie maybe ever.
Yeah.
And you did
he's in the
nothing to
conversation.
compliment it. Nothing.
Yeah.
Brian Holzinger. Sorry.
Yeah.
No offense,
Love
Brian.
you, Zinger.
Nothing. Yeah, no offense to him, but that is
Love
true.
you, singer.
Yeah.
Text from Conroy. Anything going on? He says not a thing.
Oh yeah, that was my next
We're
question.
4
What are the
minutes
Flames
out.
doing? Flames just stand pat?
Guess
Yeah.
so.
God,
Who
where are
would
they
you
go-
want
where are
off
they
their
gonna-
team?
What's that?
Who would you want off their team?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
There's also
Like that, and I don't even mean that. I'm saying it. Like, if you just ask someone randomly, who do you want off the Flames? It'd be like, you'd have to stop and think about it. Most teams, you're like, fuck, I'd take this guy.
Yeah.
Right.
and they're in a playoff
that's a good
spot,
question.
Tommy. That's the challenge,
I
right?
know.
Like if they're 10 points out, all right, what's the best deal we can get for Coleman with 2 years
Sure.
left? Rasmus with this year plus one more. Dan Vladar for any price. Everything must go liquidation sale, but they're in a playoff spot. So they're like,
no.
nah,
God, are they going to finish in that playoff spot?
they're probably going to finish ninth. You know how things go
It's
around
either
here.
finish in the playoff spot or don't
Ugh.
get another point all year.
Yeah,
of the two.
that's 100%. That is exactly it.
No.
Peak pain is missing the playoffs, not getting a top 10 pick, and then taking your first and giving it to Montreal for that Monahan deal
They
3 years
just
ago.
went through maybe their toughest 6 game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
With the
And they were
lineups.
basically what, 500, weren't they? Like 2-2,
Yes.
2
or
and
whatever?
2. Yeah. They played Washington,
Fuck.
Tampa, Florida, Carolina, and Dallas on the same road trip. 2 and 2. They scored 1 goal over 3 games. They still come out at 500. I don't know how they're doing it, man. It's like the goalie is a fucking weapon, Mike. I don't know how much you've seen him. Wolf is good.
He is good, right? It's impressive. I watched him. You know what? I watched him a decent amount. I've seen obviously a few Flames games this year, but I watched him a decent amount in the minors.
Yeah.
He was extremely successful there. But like, obviously, the big thing with him is size. But obviously, it fucking translates. God, Vancouver right behind him. God, like I say, go on a heater or finish with 70 points. One of the two.
Totally.
One of the two. Please
Yeah.
don't sit right in the middle and finish where like Vancouver or St. Louis is right
Call
now.
me. Vancouver and Calgary play Wednesday in Calgary. That's going to be fun. Montreal's in town Saturday. Colorado next Friday. Like it's a fun little stretch for home games. We thought this was going to be a year at the end of November. They were already out of it. And it's like, what do we even talk about all year? For the fans, there might be playoff hockey in the Dome again. That was written off. Like it's the new arena. That's the next time they're going to be good.
Yeah.
This team's garbage. Like they have done so much better than anyone thought.
Yeah, this would be a year where they could have for sure been like horse shit. And I think everybody would have been it's all right.
It's time.
Okay. Yeah, it's time. Yeah, a couple of years here.
Get
And
some
sure as
kids.
shit, they're grinding it out.
Yeah.
There's something to be said when you're on a team and you're not supposed to be very good, and everything you read, everybody's saying you're dog shit. There's something about that bringing the bowl together. I mean, at the end of the day, these guys can all play. It's not like they're terrible. Huberdeau doing all right, huh?
Well,
Worth every penny.
yes, but the problem is it's a yes/no answer. It's like yes, he's doing all right on the lowest scoring team in the NHL,
Wow.
right? Like,
Yeah.
We're looking for just small wins.
I like him
Right.
better than I. Yeah, it's fine.
He's had a good year compared to his
Yeah.
horseshit years here. It's nothing like the 115 points they thought they were
you
getting.
goes
gotta
back
forget
to
about
who
that.
you want.
Forget about that. That
Yeah, we've
was
forgotten.
yeah. You got to just delete that right out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, this
No,
vodka tastes great.
what do you got there, Tommy? Walk us through the
You got a new rental. This came with the place.
There you go.
rental. Oh dear, there might be
Good
some.
night, loving vodka. I never heard of it before, but it tastes pretty good.
When do you say goodnight? This is good. This is good
Yeah.
stuff here.
I know. I hear you.
Well, the
Hey,
deadline is
didn't you guys-
passed.
With
Ding,
that,
ding, 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 ding.
There it is.
Now there'll be those last minuters that
Here's the thing.
The greasy fucking Vegas thing.
the deadline is passed. Ding, 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 ding. It'll be the
what were the other big ones today? Nelson, right? He went to Colorado.
Colorado. Good fit there.
That Brock
Charlie
Nelson,
Coyle
he
went to
stuck around a long
Colorado.
time, that dude.
Say that again.
I said that Brock Nelson, he's a North Dakota guy, so I've kind of paid attention a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
that guy was on the island forever.
Yeah, some of those guys, it's been ages. Like
He's
Josh
crazy.
Bailey hit 1,000 games or something. Like, what?
Matt
Wonders
Martin's
lead.
still going.
Yeah.
Matt
Yeah.
Martin.
Christ, they had Eric Bolton there for a decade. I was like, what?
They ran the wheels
After
right
he
off
was
Cal
in-
Clutterbuck.
That's
Mhm.
right. Eric fucking Bolton. That
Yeah.
guy had a great career, too.
He had
Amazing.
the best longevity of anyone that couldn't play hockey. Like, it was
Okay.
unbelievable.
Over 1,000 games, right? Like,
I don't know if he got 1,000 games. We
it
got
was
a
close. If it-
freaking
Yeah.
near 20 years. We played 500. Like, it was. Is
he
Matt
couldn't
Martin
stick handle.
still playing in the
Yeah.
island? Like,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
is. Yeah, that guy stuck around a long time, too.
my
Reeves, they
God.
just got rid of Reeves, didn't they? Send him down to the minors?
Yeah, they're clearing out cap space. They can bring him back later, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's nice to have a nuclear weapon, but they got to play a bit, and I don't know how much Reeves can play anymore, and he's not even fighting that much. It's fun when I'm sure Rangers roll through town and you get the big guy and him scrapping, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a little tough if you're not playing much and
If
you're not
that's
bringing a whole lot. You don't have a whole lot of dance partners. There's not really much you can do. Other than
Elliot's
start
reporting
pumping.
Brad Marchand to Florida.
Oh,
Really?
Is that a fit?
love
That
it.
is the biggest group of rats in the
Can you-
league,
I'm-
and they get
okay,
Marchand.
I absolutely love it, but that's a
Wow.
tough pill to swallow if you're a Boston
Oh,
Bruins fan. That's
oh,
hard,
hell
man.
yeah! He ended his
What?
season 2 years ago.
Yes.
Jeez, last
Yeah.
year they beat him in the playoffs too, didn't they?
Well, it was 2 years ago, wasn't it? 2 years ago when Boston was unreal. Bergeron's
Yeah.
last games, right?
They blew a 3-1 lead in the series, and they had a lead in the last 2 minutes, and they lost in Game 7 overtime. And then last year's second round, it was Florida against
That's right.
Boston because
That's
Boston
right.
beat Toronto. That is
That's right.
unbelievable.
Marchand had a breakaway to like ice the series, wasn't
Yes.
it? At some point.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's right.
That is a monster deal.
Yeah, that's a
And,
big
and
deal.
beyond all of it, that's the end of Marchand in Boston. Like if
Yeah,
you're a
that's
Bruins fan,
probably
no
has to
doubt
be.
you love that guy.
Maybe he comes back. No, maybe.
I
would-
think once you get a taste of Florida, Commie, you're gonna be like,
Yeah. Pretty good down
Fair
here.
enough. Yeah, you know what? I don't. Boston was nice, but it's pretty
can
good down
visit.
here.
Summers are hot in Florida. I can go to Boston all summer.
That's
and
true.
just-
Spend my summers there. That's a good point. Yeah.
I can wear flip flops to the rink in February.
Don't
Okay,
need these parkas.
got my
Yeah.
attention.
Nice down here.
So Vegas hasn't done anything, have they?
Well,
Did Riley Smith yesterday.
they threw out a tweet with
Well, that's why I'm asking.
so there's some belief that they might be heard from here in the next.
It was kind of a cheeky.
yeah.
Hi,
Hello.
hi.
Kind of deal.
We're
What's
still here.
this acting up about?
It's Marchand to Florida. It's got to be because he's a Toronto guy.
Oh.
If you're the Leafs, like, yeah, they got Lawton, but like you
They
see
haven't done
what
enough.
Tampa did and what Florida did. Those are the teams you got to get through.
Yeah.
He's
Tampa
a Leafs
loaded
guy. I
up.
think he's no.
Tampa, they don't have a. I don't want to mind how they do. I mean, they're a little. They do business pretty. When's the next time they have a first round pick? Like
Ever.
2030?
they, they,
Is
they
them
don't-
in Vegas?
you know
Fuck
what?
those first round picks.
They're
They're in the
spending all this
20s anyways. Who cares?
Yeah, they're spending all their money on their players. They don't care about the scouting staff. They've deleted the scouting staff.
Yeah, no
And to be
kidding.
fair,
The
Vasilevsky
easiest job
had
in the world to be an amateur scout for the fucking Tampa Bay
Yeah.
Lightning. When are you guys picking? We don't pick to the 6th round, so whatever. Whoever's around.
Who's on my list? No one you've heard of. Everyone good's gone by the time we pick.
That's funny.
Now they're saying it's possibly. Is that what it says there? I think Elliott's trying to
Uh,
tiptoe around it a little bit. but
Panthers possibly acquiring Brad Marchand.
yeah.
That's not a risk.
Rashog says Oilers are done. So they did.
Jake Wallman. Hey, their goaltender's been great enough.
Wallman, Frederick, and that other.
Wallman. Oh, to the Oilers?
Yeah.
That was yesterday.
Yeah. So that's their moves at the deadline.
That's
Okay.
it. That's all.
Yeah.
No goalie.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Good to
How many
see you.
minutes is
Don't forget your glasses.
Safe
there,
travel.
big boy.
If Darnell's playing more than 15 minutes, we got a problem.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going to put Wallman. He's not a right shot either. You know what they really could use is that Broberg fella. Odd. And they were looking for a forward with some speed and a little bite to him. Boy, Holloway, where do you find a kid like that?
Yeah, I know.
Tommy,
You know that the
you
GM
run
say
that
there's
team.
never any collusion, but I would put a pretty good bet down that if Ken Holland was still the GM there, Doug
Mhm.
Armstrong ain't doing that move.
Sportsnet's showing the depth chart for the Panthers. Second line of Bennett, Marchand, and Matthew Tkachuk.
That is the rattiest rat line of vermin you've ever seen. That is amazing.
And they can all, 25, 30 goals. Yeah, probably.
Sure.
Yeah,
40
why
for
not?
Tkachuk, 25 for Bennett, 30 for Marchand. Oh, my God. And then that leaves their top line Barkov, Reinhardt, Verhaeghe.
And LeBrun says still pending trade call, but told Brad Marchand is going to Florida.
Wow.
Wow. No, what the hell?
How
you know-
many GMs are sitting there now going, oof, I overplayed my hand. Should have
Well,
moved that guy.
Or underplayed.
Or under.
Yeah.
or
did-
underplayed it, yeah. Yeah.
There's got to
Yeah.
be a few.
Do you know Marchand at all, Kami?
Never met him, no. Heard
Yeah.
great things. I heard he's a great dude, but I've never met
Seems
him.
like
no.
a guy you'd absolutely adore and hate to have in division. Like teammate, best guy ever. Like see him 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times a year. Get 7-game series. Get him out of my face. Can't
Yeah.
stand this guy.
Yeah, on the ice, if you're against him, I think you'd hate his guts. But
Yeah.
I see every once in a while like his interviews and shit. He seems like a pretty good guy.
Seems
Wait,
fun.
I'm sure away from the rink, if you're or on his team, you'd love him.
Yeah.
He's got a hell of a career, that guy. How old is he now? 30,
6.
36?
Yeah.
Fuck, okay. I thought, okay. God damn.
I think it's still going through Florida out east, boys. I
Oh,
really
wow.
do. Like they get Seth Jones, Tkachuk getting hurt is the best thing that could happen to them. They opened all that cap space. They added
Yeah, as long
a
as he comes back
nasty
for the
fourth line
playoffs, yeah.
center, Nico Sturm. He's one of the best faceoff guys in the league. He's big, he's strong, he skates. They still got it's 2 finals in a row. They know what it takes. I don't think they've been flooring it in the regular season. They'll crank it up. They got a great goalie.
Goalie's all right.
Coach is good. Barkov's quietly probably the
Goalie.
best shutdown center in the league.
Boy, they've played a lot.
Goalie
though.
needs to get hot
I know.
again. I mean, that Bobrovsky has had an excellent career, but he can the lights can go out for a little bit too on him.
Dude, Alex Lyons
I
started
mean,
the playoffs with them 2
There's
years
also
ago.
been plenty of conversations over the last few years about that guy's making what? He's terrible. And
Yeah.
then he went on that run last year, or the last 2 years, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as long as he plays decent, yeah.
Couple more for you.
It's saying it now.
Yeah, it's done. Panthers get Marchand. So the best part of this Rantanen deal, Kami, and maybe you care, maybe you don't. Colorado, Dallas, pretty much a guarantee to happen in round 1. So Rantanen's new team against his old team with Natchez.
I would
Winnipeg
assume he'd be-
probably finishes first, and I think Minnesota, they're just limping here without Kaprizov.
Yeah,
How fun would that be?
that would be fun. You would think that Rantanen would be fired up for sure. I'm interested to see what's I'd be interested to know what the Hurricanes offered him. Probably the same thing. He just didn't want to stay.
I think it was exactly the same, even with the taxes adjusted.
You're from there or from
Yeah.
there. You played
Yeah.
there. But it does feel like the shine's off. And maybe there wasn't that much shine on Carolina, but everyone loves Rod and they always do well. But doesn't seem like anyone's overly excited to stay there.
No, I know you're right. I was asked this question like a couple weeks ago. It's a good question. I don't know the answer. I can guess. I think it's not a traditional hockey market. I guess, a little bit, I don't think anybody or too many people grow up dreaming of being a Carolina Hurricane. Honestly, the city's a good city. I enjoyed my time there. I had a lot of fun there, but I think some of it is at the end of the day, when you're a visiting player coming in there, the trees are all 60 feet tall. So you go to the North Hills Mall, you're at your hotel, you kind of go around the mall, you play your game, you get the hell out of there. You don't see anything and you don't do anything.
It's like St. Paul with better weather or what?
Yeah, maybe a little more than St. Paul. I mean, it's a college area. There is shit going on. I don't have, obviously, you guys know I don't have kids, but I heard it's great that way, for raising a family and shit. But I know it's a thing because last time I was in town there, I was there in January and I was hanging out with Rod and Justin Williams, and they've made the comments man, trying to get guys to come here. It's definitely a thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Taxes aren't bad. They're only
Taxes
4.5%. They're not zero, but they're almost zero.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Cause fuck they've been good. What, 6-7 years in a row? They made since Rod's taken over, they made the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
That rink is the places, I think they just celebrated 100 straight sellout. The rink is good.
It's jumping. Yeah.
The fan base has obviously grown massive since they moved there. They've had a lot of success overall. You're going to rank the organizations over the last 20 years.
20 years, yeah.
Carolina's up there. They got a cup, went to the finals again, a couple conference finals, made the playoffs a ton. They've been successful. Now, if they go in the tank for 3-4 years, is that place going to be packed? I don't know. That's probably not. But yeah, I don't know. It's too bad because it is a good place to play. Obviously I'm a little biased. I was successul there, but there's worse places to play. I'll tell you that.
Well, I would circle it as a preferable place to play. But that's just it. You said it. We went in and played as a visitor, and you stayed across from the mall. You went to PF Chang's, and you got to the rink, and you left. It was
you don't. Yeah, you don't see. That's one thing. For people that haven't been there, you don't. My whole first year, I fucking had no idea where I was. There was no GPS in the cars then. You can't. There's no landmarks. All the trees are 60 feet high. You can't see shit. So you come in there as a visitor, all you see is trees, and you're on the highway. Then you're at the mall, and it's this stinks. If somehow you have a Saturday night there, maybe you there's places to go out for sure, but yeah, it's.
But it's an interesting point. Not that it matters, but Carolina would never even probably be a place you're a team and you have a rookie party or the team looks at your schedule and you go, here's a night where the boys can go out and have some fun and have a meal and get together. I don't know. We stayed over in Carolina. Never.
Yeah.
I've never explored that. Yeah. Most cities, I have got a story to tell. Yeah. There is nothing about Carolina that was other it was like going to Buffalo.
Yeah.
You stayed at
when you would have been going, it would have been it's better now. Don't get me the downtown, there's some stuff going on, but even back when I was there, there was one street that had some bar. Now, if you were a little younger and you mix it up with the college kids, you could go that way. There's lots going on there, but yeah, you're right. I don't think any team really does anything there.
No, and I know for some of those guys, talking to Cam Ward, he loved it there.
Oh, yeah.
But he won there. Probably
anywhere you play. Buffalo's a great city when you win. I have a bias because we won in Buffalo. Yeah. People loved us. If you win in a city, it's going to be good. I don't know.
If you're losing, the temperature's always a little bit colder, and everything that's bad is just a little shittier.
And they're in a moderate climate environment, so weather's not an issue. The tax isn't an issue. The team does well, but it's not.
Rantanen said no. That's the thing. That to Mike's point, you're talking with Rod and Justin Williams, we got to get guys to commit here.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
It's an interesting question, and I never really thought about it either until a few weeks ago. Well, obviously with this Rantanen stuff, because you trade for him, there's no extension, and he's not doing great or whatever. That doesn't really have anything to do with it. But yeah, I was asked a couple times, and I'm like, man, I think it's just, you think Dallas, you come into Dallas, you're staying downtown there. There's
Big
lots
city.
going on, right? Dallas is a major city. There's lots of shit going on. You see a lot and everything like that. Where Raleigh is just not, it's not like that. And I mean, I would say, Dallas, you can find, if you're wanting to find something to do, there's Raleigh, you got to work a little harder and probably Sunday through Wednesday, there's probably not a ton going on.
You
Really.
got to grind, Commie.
You got to grind. Yeah, I love grinding.
You need a Warner and a Commodore out there to help you find something.
I'm not going to
go to a college party. You got to go to a college party.
Happened somewhere, and I'm going to find it.
I'm going to find it. If I got to go to NC State, I'll go to NC State.
Yes.
What's the team name here? Okay, let's get some clothes.
Yeah, just other deals are trickling in.
It's a big one. I mean,
What, in height?
no. Brandon Carlo to the Leafs from Boston.
Oh,
That's a huge left shot defenseman that the Flames were linked to a couple of weeks ago. You loved him next to Chara. He's been playing with Zadorov, wrong Z. Like the other Z better, but that's a big ad for the Leafs. You were saying more D. So it's Lawton and Carlo. That's a much better
that's
trade
what
deadline.
they needed or wanted to
Yeah.
get, so they checked the boxes.
And I don't expect you to have a big take on that comment, but Carlo's the guy we talked about here because the Flames were linked like 4 or 5 days ago. I
Yeah.
want to say.
Gotcha.
I just can't get over what it must feel like in Boston as a fan, right? Because you
They
had
got rid of Marchand and Carlo and McAvoy. Right? They brought in
Krejci gone, retired.
Lindholm
Bergeron.
and
Zadorov.
Zadorov.
And
Kept-
then they hold out their goalie.
Swayman, the other
batter
guy
off.
gone. I just for Marchand, just being around here when Iggy left or whatever. Marchand has been he was a Bruin. It's like Cam Neely was a Bruin, sort of to a lesser extent. Marchand was that guy for this generation of Bruins fans.
Yeah.
And now he's going to Florida.
Bitter rival.
Oh,
Switching sides.
you've seen some pretty good players walk out the door there in the last 3 years.
And they got one cup. That's it. It's a cup. Congrats. They could have done things like you're in Game 7 against St. Louis at home. You don't win that game. You had a couple series. You had.
Yeah, it's tough to bitch about their success. They have been incredibly successful, and they've had a hell of a run since 07 maybe, somewhere around there.
Well,
they've had a hell of a run.
Vancouver,
But yeah, like if you look back and you want to nitpick a little bit, yeah.
Chicago, they lose in the final.
Yeah.
Beat
Hell of a
Vancouver,
run, but
lose to
yeah, it
St.
seems
Louis.
like there should have been. Well, the opportunity was definitely there for more, for sure, no doubt. Where'd Rhett go for a refill?
Taking a piss, and the fridge is over there. He'll probably grab
Yeah, it was
one
probably a
back.
little bit of both. We had some. We got some beef ribs and some prime rib here. If you wanted to, are you hungry? Do you want to?
How quick can you get here, Kami?
Let me see if I can get a hold of somebody with some money and gas a plane up for me.
Yeah.
I'll be there in
Oh,
3 hours.
that is the quick.
Yeah,
way.
we've got a little
That
bit
would
of
be
meat,
nice.
a little bit of potatoes, and a whole lot of vegetables.
Where's the meat from?
Bonton Meat Market. my
Oh,
friend.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
right. That's
our buddy
right.
Greg at
Greg, look at
Bonton.
this.
Yeah,
That's
he said
right.
he was going to take care of us, and he has. Oh boy!
I meant to ask Rhett. Did you guys might have seen too? Did you see the pictures posted today on? I think it was.
Been hearing about him.
Yeah.
What's this?
There was
Ference.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yeah, on
Ference.
Instagram. Yeah, you had a couple of you had a busted up nose in one of them.
Yeah, that was right. That was right after Daryl called me a pussy.
That's beautiful timing, Mike.
Yeah.
I bet you felt
was-
great. You
man,
never
I
felt
was
so good to
there,
get your
yeah.
nose broken.
Patrick Marlowe ran me so hard from behind.
Really?
It was so fucking dirty. No penalty. My nose is shattered. I can't see anything. I stumble back to the front of the net. Like I don't go down. Play's still going on. There's like a kind of a scoring chance from like the high slot. I can't see anything. And Mika saves it. He saved everything. So who cares? But when I get to the bench, I'm like wiping tears out on my, because you break your nose, you can't see. Eyes are watering. Yeah. Daryl came down, said, I forget, he called me a pussy. I remember that.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, get back to the front of the net quicker, you pussy, or something like that. And I turned around. I'm like, I'm bleeding all over myself. And I didn't say anything. And I'm like, but I knew what he was doing or whatever. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah. There was a lot of good pictures in there. Fuck.
Yeah, I haven't seen those. They are. We're hearing about them.
Jack's
Yeah.
pulling them. So anything that Rhett's in obviously gets thrown at us immediately once it's on the internet because we got a lot of people that love the show.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'll use this, throw it on the show. Like, this would be great. And Rhett hanging out on a couch. There's you guys on the plane. There's your mop was just exceptional back then. You got the busted nose open. There's like Saprikan and Kobasu, Oliwa
Nielsen,
flexing
yeah.
with his tarp off. You're like,
Oh.
these are unbelievable. These are throwbacks. They're just young kids. You guys are all grown-ups now.
I forgot totally that I just saw it for the first time this morning, and then I remembered Andrew not running around, but he always had that little
Disposable
camera on him. But
camera?
I completely forgot. I mean, the fact that he didn't lose that stuff over the last 20 years.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's a good job by Andrew Ferentz.
All right, we got empty bladdered and full beard Rhett Warner back. You got to tell him about this because he hasn't seen it yet either. He's not much on the social media. He said today he's not on the social media.
My kid just texted me. He doesn't ever talk to me. He goes, "I need help." That is a oh shit feeling.
That's not a good one.
Uh-oh.
How far did your stomach?
He wanted
fall?
to know. He's at school. He's arguing with his teacher on what the best trade was today. So
Oh,
it
okay.
was not
Not
such a
nearly as bad. Jeez, that's
Okay,
a huge
so-
one for you.
Woo!
Too.
Thank God.
Good God.
Yeah.
They have higher learning at our establishments. It's good to know.
yeah. That's what they're dealing with.
That's what we're working on.
Kami was just talking about the Ferentz photos. Do you remember him taking photos around the room and stuff like that?
You remember that, Rhett?
I don't really remember that part. I did it.
Look at that
Oh
animal.
God!
Look at that Kami, you weapon!
Oh,
damn.
Wow!
Daryl Sutter calling me a pussy.
Pushing all the buttons.
Oh yeah. Pushing. Oh God. I was giving my hardest for 10 minutes a night and he's calling me a goddamn pussy.
I don't know why something came up. Maybe it was on the show, but I watched a game from that
There he is.
playoff
Look
series.
at Rico Suave here.
Oh,
You look like a
baby.
cologne commercial.
Look good. Look at svelte.
Yeah.
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 That mop is pretty legendary.
I watched one of our
Denny
games.
Gauthier.
Danny Gauthier. Has he ever been back in Calgary?
No, that's a lot of work out in Montreal, right? Doesn't he?
I think it's
So yeah.
For a while with the TSN or
kid that's a
something.
player or
He
something.
played a long time in
Is that
Calgary.
Ryan Prick there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Prick.
He
Where
was
the hell was
actually
he,
sneaky good for a guy
Oh, he
that
was highly talented.
like he had so much skill for a guy like, oh, he's been bouncing around the minors, but you're like, this guy could put up numbers
hurt
if
a
you give him
lot.
some minutes.
Oh, yeah. Ryan Prick was good. He won a cup in Colorado. He was playing, too.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
In that 2001 team, he was good.
Insider, early insider.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Probably calling Cowboys to get a table.
So we can smoke in the basement, right?
Oh, yeah. There were some great pictures in there.
Unreal. Look at all the dew behind you.
Is
doing
this
the
on
dew.
Ferentz's?
Yeah, it
Is
is.
this
Hey,
him or something?
Actually,
They're
here's
all
a
great.
question I don't know the answer to. So it's Ferentz posted them,
Yeah.
but it's like collaborated with the alumni and the Flames. But when you
Okay.
look at it, and I don't know the answer to this question, when you look at the thing on Instagram,
Yeah.
it says like paid advertisement or paid
What?
partnership. Check that out.
You don't need
Maybe.
to promote
Did Andy hold me
Maybe
sick
Andy
for
was like,
21
"I'll
years
do
and now
this."
he's making money?
Yeah.
Son of
I
a
saw that.
gun.
I'm like, are you on it right now?
Who's checking?
No,
I'm
we're
checking
sniffing
right now.
around. Yeah.
I'm going to check right now.
I
got
gotta
it
go
right
way back because I took some. I've got some pictures from the All-Star break when we were all in Banff, and I'll get paid
Oh,
to not release them.
there. That's
No, that's a
right.
better move. You get way more. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
you'll be getting paid all right, but it ain't going to be by the
Yeah.
Flames. Where is that?
I don't
Better-
see paid anywhere, but I'm looking.
Maybe. I mean,
God,
I
there's
thought
lots
I
of great
saw it.
photos.
How many did he have?
There
He
was
put
four
up, like,
full roll.
I
Four
think that's
posts.
Monty. Is
There
it
was
Monty?
80.
Yeah,
There's
Let's see.
Peter Marr on the plane. Somebody on a bike.
Yeah.
that's that's
Right
the
here.
blonde. That's
Big Swede. Who's-
Lutman.
Yeah, Tony Lutman.
Look at he's showing you.
I don't know. Can you guys see?
Hanging in the dome. T-shirts. Our buddies actually started these. There's Denny Gauthier again.
Paid partnership. Can you guys see that?
That's unreal. Someone's getting paid for this one.
Yeah,
now.
Why not?
Hey, you
Chris
know what? If you
Simon
hold on to him
looks
for
like he can eat Ryan Precht. Oh my God. is he
I
huge.
watched Chris Simon's top 10 fights the other day. I've been
Oh,
February
man.
was cold up here, Commie, so you spend a lot of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, you're on YouTube.
Holy F.
Oh, dude,
God.
that guy was. That guy
Tough.
was a killer.
Yeah, man.
He was scary. I think one of the greatest things of playing with him on the Flames was, for me, not that I was anywhere near that class anyways, but I mean, he was mean too.
Oh,
He was at the hotel with me, so we spent a lot of time together. Like we went to lunch, and so we were buddies. Like we hung out quite a bit. From that moment forward, anytime I played against him, everything was all good. All I had to do, just don't act like an idiot, and Chris is all good.
Yeah.
Hey, Cy, how we doing?
No problem.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Hey, Commie, how are you? Good, man.
You said your old man came to see you because you'd been battling in the minors, and you come up late in the year, and you and Chris are in the same hotel because you both were brought in late, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Your old man was thrilled to meet him. He was wonderful, and apparently he was like on best behavior then because he had his battles off the ice. But when you and him linked together, he'd come with the boys, but he was almost like this big security guard
he
you had.
was so good.
Oh yeah. He was like, he was clean and sober. Like, I'd have a couple beers or whatever, and he was always drinking like, water or whatever. But yeah, he couldn't have been. Yeah, we spent a lot of time together. He was a good dude. But yeah, my dad was all fired up. I think it was when my dad met him. Might have been in the first round when we were playing Vancouver. I think maybe, or maybe one of the games towards the end of the regular season. And, underneath there, and my dad's like, hey, Chris Simon behind you? And he was like 30 yards behind me. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, you want to meet him? And he's like, well, I go, Chris, come over here. And so Chris comes over. I go, hey, this is my dad, Wayne. And my dad's like, hey, Chris, nice to meet you. And he's like, hey, nice to meet you, Mr. Commodore. How you doing? Talk for, a few seconds. And then he leaves. My dad's not small. I mean, my dad's pretty big. And he's just like, Jesus. That guy's hands are like anvils. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad he's on my team. He's like, I'm glad he's on your team too.
And the voice to match it. He
was scary.
Man,
he was a scary man. Rest in peace, Chris.
Yeah.
Did any more come across? Wyatt Johnson, 42 million. How many years?
5.
So he'll get back in when
That's
he's
all right.
in his late mid-20s. He'll have a huge payday when the cap's 120, 130 million. Works for everyone.
Is this going to be Dallas's year?
I hope so, Commie, because that means it's not Edmonton's year. Fuck them.
I'm with you on that. Dallas, I mean.
I like the stable. They got the goalie. I'd love them to get one right shot defenseman. The right side's not pretty there. It's Labushkin and Dumba and Cece, and all the good ones are on the left with Harley and Heiskanen will be healthy.
Well, yeah. Is he any timeline on that?
It sounds they're going to keep him out to the playoffs for LTIR, but you hope he doesn't miss games because if they're starting against Colorado, things happen quick.
Yeah, you're going to need him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna. That's a big piece of it.
Are you doing the Kimberley golf?
I'm not sure yet. I would love to. I missed it last year. I got to get up there more. This summer down here was painful.
Dude, you got to get up here for the summer. What are you doing? You got a membership at a great golf course here. You got all these pals. Like, get your ass up here for the summer. You're just
I just paid another bill at Earl Grey.
Yeah, so may as well use it. Christ.
I haven't played a round of golf there in 2 years, but I'm paying those bills.
That's on you. That's not on them, Commie.
No, you're right. But I'll tell you what, my next round of golf, it's going to be a $15,000 round of golf right there.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's if I don't eat or drink anything.
You need a hack for the member guest. I'll come get hammered.
I know. I got to do it different this summer. You're right. There's other. It's not my choice. You know what I mean, fellas?
Yeah. Hey.
You know what I mean? You guys know what I want to do.
I just saw that Good Night Vodka. I was wondering where you were at. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll talk about that off air.
Okay. All right. Hey, we've taken a bunch of your time. Anything else for Commie? Thanks for being the insider again today. That was great.
Yeah. I got to pick up my socks there a little bit. I'm going to do it again next year because it was fun, but it does take work. But it was kind of fun.
How was the Nickelback concert?
Awesome.
Was that awesome.
They hit it out of the park?
Yeah. Yes. I will say, though, I was, yes, it was great. I had a blast. There was a lot of guys there, which was fun. I was at the golf all day.
Oh.
And then there was, and I was in good shape when the golf was over. So that was, whenever it gets dark, 6 o'clock. Yeah. But then there was about a 3.5 hour window with an open bar. And then there's guys filtering in. A lot of guys haven't seen in a while. Noodles was there.
Yes, he said that.
I will say by the time the concert started, I was in the back with the rest of the guys, and there was a bunch of people there. By the time the concert started, it was a good thing I was close to the tent walls because that wall held me up a couple of times, and I was swaying, but I could just go backwards and just caught me. So I was fine, but
Like you're in a ring.
So
yeah, thank God, or I might have been down for the count. But yeah, they were good. Biz got on there and was yelling and screaming. I'm not sure. I heard that was debatable, but anyways, it was fun. It was a good time.
do you and Hordichuk know enough wealthy guys to get NHL team back to Arizona? Like, we got to get this done here.
Yes.
The
Yeah, I
money's
think we do.
there.
Hordichuk for sure. Hordichuk's a Thunderbird here.
Dude,
Which-
that's what I heard. That's the crew.
Oh yeah, he's got his fingers and everything. That guy. So the Thunderbirds is like the Mavericks in Calgary, except more people or more members or whatever they call it.
More money.
Yeah.
More
More
influence.
everything.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, I could see it happening, but it's going to have to need a new rank. It should.
Yeah.
There should be a team here, in my opinion.
Dude, Scottsdale, it'll be a hit. Do it.
Then we'll start hiring people. All three of you guys are hired.
Oh, fuck, we're in.
I'll be the assistant GM.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard
I'm going to
Dean
pay myself like the big
would
guy.
try to get a job in Scottsdale covering an NHL team?
Yeah, it would
That'd
be
fun.
it would be one of those ones though, like the guys that are 33 and sign that 6-7 year deal, like
Yeah.
Keith Yandel, when you're almost done your career, but you get a nice little 5 or 6 year.
Oh,
That's
baby
okay.
at the end.
We'll pay you guys top dollar.
And it's like, hey, you know what? I've just happened to be building a house in Scottsdale. This is great. I can't wait to really get it. Yeah.
Get some of that Ryan Suter 40-year-old money.
I don't think I'm going to be in today, Commie. I'm kind of in the backyard.
My
The pool,
goat.
the pool
Yeah.
temperature is
Okay,
just
yeah,
perfect.
no worries.
So
I'll cover for you.
yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Shit.
You're still
all
winning at life, Commie. You're one of life's winners, buddy.
We love you.
I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
Don't
Thanks
be
a
a
lot for having
stranger.
me on.
Yeah, thanks for being here, buddy.
Let us know when you're back up, all right?
Yeah, working on it.
Nice.
Constant battle.
It's so nice up here. Ladies love the mountains. Come on, get some hiking boots, whatever it
All you
takes.
guys that are
Buffalo's
married and
close.
dating, I tell you what, I give you guys full marks.
Yeah.
I don't know. For the life of me, I am trying as hard as I can, and I am missing something.
No, I think you got it figured out, maybe.
I was going to say, we're
Yeah.
the ones missing something.
Yeah.
You were playing your cards right.
God damn. It
Yeah.
is hard. But
That's
anyways,
cool.
until next time, fellas.
See you, buddy.
Ciao, pal.
All right. See ya.
There's only one.
I love that guy so
Yeah.
much.
There's only one. Mike Commodore.
What a fucking legend.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna golf, but raining today, so
I'll have to
Yeah,
golf
you know,
tomorrow at a
guess-
different tournament.
Oh, we're gonna
Golf
try
tomorrow.
this new vodka.
yeah, it's gonna have this vodka that was in the house when I moved in.
Man, these photos are unreal from Ference Rhett.
Really?
Oh, wow.
If only. If only I was on.
Yeah.
What is
Well,
it?
we'll just show you them. It's no if onlys.
Instagram.
Looks like
Instagram.
some fellas were dabbling with the red mile. They're like, we'll just peek our little heads around the corner. Like,
Oh.
oh, that's too busy. We can't do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
One block.
Just incredible. Yeah. We'll show you these after. Great stuff.
That's it for the.
kind of it, man. It's
Like
not.
Ricky Rax is still.
What happened to Ricky Rax? You could have got a first from Carolina. Carolina didn't move those firsts.
No,
Oh, now I don't like that deal for them.
that's right. Yeah.
Well, like,
Natchez and Drury for Hall and Stankoven for this year's run.
yeah.
That doesn't really help.
Two
this
first
year.
is nice this summer, but it don't help you in the playoffs this year. And that division's open, boys. New Jersey is limping. Rangers fell on their faces this year. I don't think Washington year one of this is necessarily a lock in the playoffs. That was their division to take.
You feel bad for Jersey at all? Not to change the topic, but like,
Yeah, but it happens.
yeah.
Like injuries.
They were injured last year too, though.
Who was hurt last year? Dougie missed a bunch of
Dougie
time.
was out. And
I was gonna say, what do you think if you're in that Carolina room where it's like, fuck yeah, we got Rantanen.
Yeah.
Here we go, boys. Then
Yeah.
Rantanen comes in. This guy's not great. And he doesn't want 12 million, not good enough. And then they trade him out.
It's like, oh, Stankoven's good.
I-
What else? And then his first
either
like,
Rod's good enough to go.
Don't worry, boys.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
We're in love with each other, and let's make this happen.
Yeah.
Or
We
he's
know what
not.
Natchez was. We now know what Rantanen isn't. Let's go.
We're all in this together and let's rally.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting
They
though,
can play
because
that card
losing
now.
a guy like that, like, how do I describe it? It sounds ridiculous. I'll put it to kids hockey. So there was an organization with kids were playing this hockey and they're a really good team. And all of a sudden the top 2 guys left. And then the rest of the pair.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Why would they leave?
And that's what this is. At the end of the year, that team, if Rod can rally them, keep them focused, it's not the end of the world. But at the end of the year, they're going to go, I like it here. But
Should I? What am I missing?
am I somebody selling me something that, like,
Am
how
I
come
not paying close enough attention?
yeah, am I missing
Is
something?
it greener or somewhere else?
Yeah.
But I'm with you. You like the Rod piece is huge. Like you can play us against the world now.
Yeah.
And I still think if you have to pick Washington, Jersey, Carolina, or a wild card team,
Oh, you can
I'm
win.
taking Carolina.
You can win a series.
Like Washington's a nice story this
I
year.
don't
but
think you beat Florida though now. with
no,
the
but
moves they made.
if you get to the Final Four and you're sitting on 2 firsts at the draft, you're going to
But
get
that's
some
what they
things
did
done.
last year. Not maybe with the first, but you know what I mean?
No, I know. You wanted to do it this year. I just think they'll play us against the world, and I think they still come out of the division. But you're right. This was a year they could have won a cup.
I
They're not
think
going to
they
win a
win
cup.
series. Maybe they win 2, and at the end of the day, they're not quite good.
Maybe they finally pay for some premium goaltending.
Depending on
I don't know.
injuries and stuff, but it's
They took cuts though.
Yeah.
Like that was a big.
I admire it. I honestly don't think they're that far behind. Where long term they might be better because Natchez was never going to stay long term. We found out Rantanen wasn't
what
going
they
to stay
give
long
up.
term.
Sorry, I'm jumping on you there, but what did they give up for Gensel? It had to be a first.
I was a
Like they've almost
second.
recouped the.
Yeah, it was.
It was
Bunting.
a Penguins deal. Bunting, a second, a fourth, and
Yeah.
like 3 other B prospects.
Yeah, it was more
Nothing major.
manageable for
Yeah.
sure.
But the Natchez story is a big one because he was he was
Career.
a non-asset last year because he was a third liner. His dad's making noise, but they're not playing him high enough the lineup. Well, Dad looked right, but maybe the Canes put him there to know he'd be a better player when he did get pushed up the lineup. And he's well over a point per game now. You couldn't have moved him for much last summer, like maybe a first and a
You
B
weren't
prospect.
getting- no.
And this
You
year,
weren't getting Stankoven in 2 first,
right,
for
and that's what they
Natchez
turned him
last
into
summer.
with Jack Drury. Like that's a good deal.
Should we have some dessert as we wrap up the?
Oh my God, we got to
Are
eat
we
more.
done?
As we wrap things up.
I'm still. So my kid texts me, "What's the best trade?" And I think Ottawa hit it out of the park.
I also like Marchand to Florida. I don't see downside.
I don't
there.
know, but
What's the
I
ret-
wasn't
what's
there
the
when
price?
That's why I don't see any downside. I haven't seen a return.
Yeah.
I just love the fit.
Yeah,
I saw
I
all
love
those
it.
rats together, Marchand, Bennett, and on the same line, Kachuk. And you're like, holy fuck.
What a
That is a
disaster to have to play
nightmare for the
against this.
opposition. They win the trade deadline. They already got Seth Jones, but no, you're right. What is the cost? It's probably another first a million years down the road. Florida's giving away firsts forever. Don't need them now, like Tampa.
Which one are you going with?
I'm going key lime. Don't you dare. You
You're
can have.
gonna have to fight Warner maybe for that.
Well,
I like
split
key
it.
lime, but you can have it
That's the only one.
because I love cheesecake. So I'm.
Well, here's the thing. I'm probably having 2. Is the issue?
You can split 4 and have do it that way too.
Dean, you can have 7. There's 12 there, I think.
Boom. Can we get a dessert cam, maybe?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's actually
All
really
right.
cool. Jack the farm, ranch hand, Jack. Handy
Yeah, we
Jack
can do that
cans?
for you here. Let's see. Let's get.
ranch hand, Jack.
Appreciate all of our buddies stopping by.
Yeah, really nice of everybody to pop in. So I believe this guy right here
There it is. Oh no, that
is the carrot cake.
Oh wow, carrot cam.
This is just that's like your a fudgy
It's a
deal.
nice chocolate
I'll
chocolate.
move my mug of gravy.
Jeez.
Key lime, obviously a chocolatey. There's some maybe like a strawberry,
Strawberry?
vanilla lemon maybe deal.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe that's your tiramisu or this one.
Wow.
There's a blueberry over there. And then there's just the plain old cheesecake. And by saying plain, that's an insult.
that is.
Yeah,
punch-
you,
that-
cha-
It
If
should
you
punch me
plopped-
right in the
If
mouth.
you plopped the cheesecake down, you'd be real excited
good.
about it.
you watch
Yeah,
your mouth.
So good. So that's the dessert cam. Thank you, Bonton Meats. They do they're making gravy, bone broth, beef. And I thought about it because you were like, if you're going to go to Bonton, what are we get? I was thinking grilling, one of those big chickens,
Oh yeah.
beer can.
Oh, a beer can chicken
Or
would
one
be
of the-
real good.
Yeah.
You can get some potato salad when you're there.
I probably would. Don't tell Greg. I don't want to disappoint Greg.
He's just mad when we love it.
I know. Do you want key lime?
Yeah, please. Just half that screw.
Well, I'll cut that.
I didn't think about this until just right now. What is the advantage? Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
The biggest Sabres honk
You know?
in Calgary. Jamal just texts.
Oh boy.
That Adams is a fucking idiot. Signing plugs to $4 million and giving up on a fucking young center.
It's a great
Fire
point.
his ass.
Yeah.
Why did you
Pardon my
hire his
language.
ass?
Not
If I'm a
great.
billionaire and I don't know hockey that well, but I'm from the area and I want to save an NHL team there, you know what I'm going to do? Hire someone who's done the job before.
Scotty Bowman lives in Buffalo.
Like, is it
You don't
that
have
hard?
to hire Scotty Bowman. but
Jeez.
Have Scotty Bowman
Around.
come down every Tuesday and say, I think this is a real bad idea.
Yeah, or even he'll just give you a look, just be like, oh, okay, bad idea. Okay, thanks, Scotty.
Scotty, I'm going to give you $500,000 a year. You don't even have to show up at the building. Twice a year, you get to take my phone away.
Yes.
That's all you do.
You've
Before
got a-
any deal's
You've
done,
got a power button at your
Yes,
house.
that's
It's-
right.
Yeah.
you've got a kill switch at your house.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you any prospective deals. And if you don't like it, twice a year you get to use a kill switch. That's it. Today was a
That's-
kill switch day. That was
That's
stupid.
shameful. Like, could it turn out? What are the odds of it turning out? 20%?
Yeah, I'd say 1 in 3.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Well,
And then you can get into the what else could you have gotten?
exactly.
Oh, God, way more than that.
Like, if Ottawa wants to trade Cousins come trade deadline, what are they getting for him?
And then there's the other thing where it's like, okay, if you are entertaining trading Cousins, you've got pro scouts to watch all 32 teams. You've keyholed in on an injury-prone player that's had one really, really amazing year in the NHL.
That's your
That better be right guy to keyhole in on, or your pro scouts don't know what they're doing.
Does he have a tie to Buffalo? Is he Alex Tuck, where you're like, oh, he
That's a
wants
good
to
question.
be a Sabre?
I think he played in Michigan at college.
I don't think he does, but maybe
One of the
that
Michigan
might be a
teams.
reason you're worried about. But you don't have to worry about shit because you have Cousins signed for 5 or 6 more years.
Mm-hmm.
That is terrible.
It's really bad.
The cake is great, though.
Is
He's
it?
from Michigan, and he played his college hockey with the USNDTP and then University of Michigan for 2 years, straight to the Senators. Sharks kid, traded in the Carlson deal.
Terrible.
Terrible. Good player, but not Cousins plus a second.
Add
good.
to your point, the fact that the
Jeez.
rest of the league is not trying to rape and pillage the Buffalo Sabres right now.
Yeah.
Shame on all of you.
Or the Sabres are so out to lunch, they think that's the best guy. Oh, you wait till you see this Josh Norris. Is your pro scouting that bad?
Sorry.
And I do have something to say about the Flames here. That what's the point of having cap space?
Go ahead, Ryan.
What's the point of having cap space? I don't want to. Like, you don't get to use it next year.
Terrible mismanagement, in my opinion. And I don't.
You
like-
couldn't take on one bad contract. You
you
couldn't
should have
eat
been
money
willing
on
to
one
facilitate
deal.
Something.
Go get some free picks. It's
Because
just money.
anyone you're helping is not in your caliber of competition. You're
No.
not helping Vancouver or St. Louis.
No, you're
They
helping
might help-
Tampa and Florida and
Yes.
Dallas, like
Yes.
Colorado.
Give me a second.
Like, go
Whatever.
get like it's. What was the point of saving $20 million in the cap? One person in the whole world gains from that. It's Murray Edwards. Good for you, but you could have turned that cap space into something that helped the team win in the future. They completely missed the boat on that. And I know Connie was open to it, and it sounded like the owner was open to it. And maybe with the cap growing, we don't need teams to be banks as much anymore. But it just feels like a huge missed
Oh, you're
opportunity
kidding
when
me.
you've
There
got
would be
$20
teams
million bucks.
You're telling me there's not teams out there that
Couldn't
wouldn't
get rid of a bad contract.
Because the
to add-
Blackhawks did, right? Like the Blackhawks brokered.
Yeah, they brokered the
Rantanen.
Rantanen deal. We saw New Jersey broker a deal. They're a team that's considered a contender.
Yeah, you
Um,
might think like there was criticism of the Blackhawks for why would you do this? You didn't get enough in return. At least you got something. At least
Yeah.
you got right.
Yeah.
Like, you should have got a first.
Oh, you should have got
spot.
more. No, we got a pick we didn't
You
have,
got
and
a
it was
pick
just
we-
money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wondered too if there was going to be a spot, not to the extent of like Wallman with Detroit,
Right.
or even Goss to spare, but could you find a way? I'm going to give you cap relief. Yeah. And then in your office, you're like, it's a player we could actually use.
He's better than
And
Niramanov.
we're getting a pick along with
We'll
it.
get a
This is
third. even.
This is a little bit of a win-win for us.
Yeah.
But
And it's not a huge critique because at the end of the day, if you have one more third rounder, you basically have a third of a hockey player. Like, but at the same time, it's like, why not at least take the swing? Like, get yourself a lottery ticket. Someone's got to win that thing. And they have been a good draft and develop team. I loved their draft class last year. And
They've been a good draft and development team, maybe. I'm not sold on it yet.
no,
but
and
you have
and
the opportunity to prove that you are good
yeah,
at it.
and I think they do love their class last year. So get some more bullets and show you can do this
Exactly.
more than
if
once.
you are good at it, then you should
Yes.
be real aggressive in trying to do more of it.
And, you know, sniffing around, it sounds like when a team wants to retain money, it's not like, hey, 32 GM chat, I'm looking for 4 million retention. Like when Tampa needed retention, where did they go? Detroit. Guess who used to work at Tampa? Stevie Y. I get it. You call your buddy, you call someone you trust, you don't want the deal leaked. Maybe this is part of Conroy being in his second year, and it takes a while to gain people's trust because you can get retention anywhere. It's a pretty simple formula for what things are worth when you're in the league. You just look and say, okay, it should be about this. But that's something I'd hoped they could do this year, and they haven't. It's too late now.
yeah, nothing. I mean, nothing at all. You didn't sell, you didn't buy, you didn't finance.
You didn't find a home for Nirananov. You didn't upgrade on
nothing.
Hanley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Which is fine. I mean, I get the on the ice thing. This is the group that got you here. And if help was going to be too expensive, what you can sell in that room is this is the group no one believes in. This is the group right here that's proved
I believe in you
everyone
guys.
wrong.
Yeah.
And in fairness, less than a month ago, they made the trade that they did.
Which is a
nice
trade they'd make
but
again.
that's Still, he's
Yeah.
saying is
20 what is it, 20 million
in general,
bucks?
I'm fine with it. I understand the position they're in and the approach they're taking, but you left 20 million bucks of cap space on the table and didn't maximize
You could have turned that
any
into something.
value of it.
Yep.
So
And they have 2 open retention spots this year that they're not going to use.
Yeah.
They were holding on
and you might
Markstrom
not have
and
been
nobody
getting
else.
anything huge in return, but fuck it, take the third.
I wonder
Yeah,
how-
take the fourth.
is some of that maybe tied to increasing cap moving forward?
I think so. There
Right.
wasn't as much retention at
Yeah.
all. And if you're going to give me a team that's capped out an extra 9 million next year, it's like, oh, I can make this work. I don't need you to make this thing disappear anymore. I can, or it's going to cost way less.
Yeah.
You know, you're less. I used to give a second for this, but now I'll give you a fourth. Everyone's got cap space.
What
Cap
are we
space ain't a commodity anymore.
Are there teams we're surprised by, like the Knights?
Vegas did nothing. That's crazy.
Like
I did, like Riley Smith yesterday.
Brock
Excused.
Besser?
Besser not moving looks like it has great potential to blow up in Vancouver's face. I think he wants to re-sign there, but I also think it's been such a shit show that it wouldn't be hard to convince him to leave either.
Yeah.
If the offer isn't like, I don't think he's getting a discount.
Well, now that you've crossed that trade, like I don't have to sign. What's my upside?
You have to like Vancouver. That's it.
Even then, what are you going to do? Pull the offer?
And it's like, even if you like Vancouver, you're like, shit, man. Like Pedersen's a wreck. Miller's gone. Demko's up in a year. He's been hurt all year. Hughes is up in 2 years. Like maybe I like it here, but it might not be the best place to sign for 6 years.
Trying to think of who else. I mean,
Those
the
are
Leafs.
the big ones.
The Leafs did their
Carlo's interesting there.
Carlo and Lawton.
I just don't. Well, I always underestimate the Leafs because they've never been able to rise up to.
What
And
they
when you look
aren't
at the-
missing is star power. Like they need depth, and I think that those are 2 really
I
good
know,
depth
but who are
guys.
they beat? Or do if you're heads up with Toronto?
I love them against a lot of teams in the East, but
Again.
not Tampa, Florida, and that's who they're going to play. To your
That's
point,
that's what I meant. I said
Yeah.
Toronto's stupid,
Yeah.
but yeah, like
I like their
Mark-
goaltending a lot,
Marchand and Jones going to Florida.
and Nico Sturm. Yeah,
Are you
Bjorkstrand and Gord to Tampa.
right? Like it's not. I like Toronto's team actually when I look at it and go, oh, yeah,
They're, it's a coin toss in all those series, all those 3 teams in my mind, and you got to give the edge if you got to break a tie. Tampa and Florida have shown they know how to win in the playoffs. The Leafs
Well,
haven't.
And if you just even on top of that, who's got the better goaltender?
Probably Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
It's Vasilevsky and Bob.
So you would better have the upside somewhere else because
Yeah.
you don't have it in net.
Yeah, and if you'd had a track record of 5 years with Austin Matthews being the best player in the world in the playoffs, you could feel good. It hasn't been that.
No.
It's migraines for Nylander. It's weird injuries. It's this guy and that guy.
Let's go to the Bonton decision desk. What do you see, Jack? How's it going over
I just
there?
want to pull up the odds now that the deadline is over from our buddies at Bet365. Who do you
idea.
guys think is the favorite now?
Dallas.
Dallas,
Dallas?
Florida.
So we've got Dallas at plus 550 as favorites with Florida, and then Edmonton at plus 700, Colorado plus 800. We looked earlier in the week, and Carolina was up there. Now they're down at plus 1,300.
I get
Yeah.
it. You lose Rantanen.
Leafs there at plus 1,100,
Where's Tampa? 14 still?
plus 1,200.
Oh,
That's the one.
moving up.
Yeah.
I got that at 20 in November.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, yeah.
I make
Hard
honestly
to disagree.
this tournament. We always bitch and moan about stuff, and they're talking about playing rounds and all this or that. I'll tell you what doesn't need a tweak. Round 1 of the NHL playoffs.
No, it's
It is so fucking good. And then everyone's beaten up and dead by the time round 3 goes, and there's fatigue at our end. But when you can jump channels and guys are running through walls, it is the absolute best. Dallas, Colorado, Florida, Tampa, Ottawa, Toronto. These are matchups we can see this year.
Ottawa, Toronto would be
That'd be good.
Unreal.
right now.
Yeah, I would like that.
LA, Edmonton again. Maybe it's Calgary, Winnipeg. Maybe it's Vancouver, Winnipeg, but it's all Canadian either
I
way.
don't know. Ottawa, Toronto might be as good as you can get.
Well, it's close. The fans will travel. They hate each other. I think the Battle of Florida is right there.
Yeah.
But it's been so long since the Battle of Ontario. It'll be like spring in 22 here when it's been so long since the Battle of Alberta.
Yeah, and
This
you've never
is
seen-
unbelievable.
And you've never seen what the Senators can do when they need to elevate their game. You've seen Florida or Toronto actually not elevate enough.
Like, I don't think Ottawa's out of that series. Oh,
they're not out.
with Brady Tkachuk. They got a goalie now.
Cousins, Kachuk.
And remember, like, the Flames feel like they're kind of lost in the middle land. They were playing a second round series with a parking lot with 20,000 people outside the stadium 3 springs ago.
Yeah.
That is what that series would be. You'd have that stupid Jurassic
Wow.
Park where the Raptors are going. Ottawa would be going insane. That's the one I want. Dallas, Colorado would be fun too.
Sure about Elliot's hair.
Still,
Are
eh?
you ever?
It's very poofy.
He's been there a long
Been
time.
there a long
It
time.
looks like he's going to tap a little soft shoe there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got the. Oh, he's a good guy.
I like Elliot.
I like Elliot.
We should get him on. I feel like you're still just.
Well, I mean,
He
it's
wants
his.
to come on.
He'd come on. He comes on
But
everywhere.
then he's going to go on the other one. He doesn't want to go on the other one. So
That's fine by me.
I don't know what to tell you. People make their decisions. They make their choices.
Life choices.
Yeah, they
Dean.
make their
Everyone's
choices.
got to
Yeah,
make a
yeah,
life
yeah.
choice. You can't.
Yeah. Mind you, did Elliot have prime rib for lunch today?
Elliot's,
Does he have the meat sweats, to be fair?
Yeah. Is he sweating out some garlic mashed right
here's your
now?
boy.
Patrick Alvin right there.
Elias Pettersson.
Which Elias are you talking about?
I can't
Pettersson?
So now they can't trade him
His no trade kicks in. Oof.
July 1st, probably.
That's better be July 1. Christ.
Yeah.
The problem is, if you're trying to trade him, it's because he didn't do well in the getting you in or in the playoffs.
Or you just put your blinders on. He could lead you to a cup right now and still dish him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not fooled by you. I'm not
But
fooled.
is anyone else?
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
anyone's fooled anymore.
That's so much money.
And again, I'll bring it up because I'm that dick, but like this is where we were on Pierre-Luc Dubois last year. It's not the same, but it ain't
so
that
here's the
different.
question then, because I keep going back to the Sabres, because I think it's been the biggest mistake of the day. Cousins for
Norris.
Pettersson.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he's more durable than the other guy. He's
Well,
had a
it's more
40
durable and
goal
more
year. He's
upside.
about 100
Would you
points.
like the attempt then by the Sabres? And would the
You know what? At least you're cutting at a higher ceiling.
yeah?
Maybe Elias Pettersson's never elite in this league again, but he flashed something most players can never touch in their lives, and that's 40 goals and 100 points, right?
Excuse me.
Oy.
Well,
This
that's
key line is legit.
I don't know. I don't know what would be. If I'd be more impressed with the Sabres move, and I don't know if the Canucks would even do it, but
I think the Canucks would do that in a heartbeat. Cousins for Pettersson.
Yeah.
Lower money, younger player, less concern about poof.
Even if he doesn't get 100 points, at least we know what we're getting.
If you get the solid 60 to 80 every year, you get a leader, physical player,
Yeah.
center that can play with some moxie.
Room,
Mhm.
sign Besser, do the rest of it.
They're a different looking team right now. They're trying to win like 3-2 and 2-1. It is not the team that we saw last year. What do you got?
It's looking like Leafs Nation guys. Well, it's that Fraser Minton is involved in this Carlo deal going back.
That makes sense. You
So
need
they're-
something.
So
Yeah.
now the fans are less excited about it.
Well, I think that
No, you needed to give up something to get him. Yeah. Minton, Cowan. Next year's first, they moved. And they had another prospect that was looking like an A prospect, and that's the cupboard there.
Pens are giving up. It's not even worth talking.
Ricky
Not
Rax.
worth talking about.
Oh, Ricky Rax. Jack, how'd your Penguins do?
They just sold everybody,
But not the guy that they should have sold.
which is who?
Rax.
It says Chris Johnson says they're giving up a late round pick to take Connor Timmins and Connor Dewar from Toronto. Leafs needed to clear salary. So which one of those is you're taking one? Which one is the good one, and which one is the guy you're just taking to clear salary?
Timmins is making a bit of money. He was in Arizona.
Yeah.
That's probably
So is
the
Dewar
one.
the guy you want, or are you taking Timmins and okay, I guess we'll take Dewar as well.
What's the Marchand trade?
That's the thing. I'm kind of wondering about that. Like you say, I love the trade until you hear what the return is, and well, maybe you like it less. The fit feels like it's tremendous. But it happens a lot where these things happen and you think, oh, this is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, and then
Solani and Korea in Colorado. Why are we even playing a season?
Yeah, but every team that wins the cup has made a big move. There's only one cup. I get it. A lot of the deals like we didn't win the cup. It's a failure. It's like, well, 12 teams added a guy to win a cup. Of course it didn't work for all 12. Like if the Stars don't win the cup, is the Rantanen one a disaster? I don't know. Like probably not, I guess.
Well, 8 years of them coming
that's
up.
true. It's not a rental.
Yeah. Well,
mm-hmm.
the food was awesome. Commodore was great.
Rantanen stuff was good.
It was a decent day. All in all.
All in all.
Ready for a nap or what?
I'm
Yeah.
ready for a nap. Yeah.
Are you? What do you think, Jack? Oh, sorry, Jack's busy.
Daniel
Jack's doing stuff.
Sprung to Jersey.
Feel bad calling on you.
Randstrom.
Ooh. The big human.
What's he saying?
He's saying, where are you guys? Should I stop on?
Yeah.
Differences. We don't have to be on.
What about Russell Wilson, Jack?
He's gonna go to the Raiders.
Is he?
Gross.
No, hopefully not the Steelers. I think they're gonna keep Fields.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Whoa. Fabian Zetterlund to Ottawa. That's a nice little sneaky pickup. He's a real good young player in San Jose. Wow.
Who?
So Ottawa.
Fabian Zetterlund, who's playing a top 6 role in San Jose, probably a little lower in San Jose or in Ottawa, goes to Ottawa with a 4th for Ostapchuk, Gregor, the media guy's kid, and a 2nd.
Nephew.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Family member.
Zetterlund was a Devil and was in that trade with
Meyer.
Yeah, Timo Meyer.
Real good young player.
Young. I don't know how good he is. Like
I've liked him at times this
yeah.
year. Yeah. Like he's probably knocking on the door of 20 goals, 50 points. I'll check. Might be a little high, but that's a talented player.
Brandon Carlo. From the Bruins to the Leafs.
Zetterlund, 17 goals, 36 points.
Marchand from the Bruins to the Panthers.
come
What an
this-
awful day for the Bruins fans.
Yep. Well, that's what happens when you go spend all your money on Zadorov and Lindholm. Whoever was your
we're-
Calgary area scout, you got to fire.
We're right there. Yeah, who is the pro scout?
I don't know.
Like Cam
Burns?
Neely's punching him, throwing him out. Like
Yeah, your
body
Western
slamming
Canadian scout. If you didn't see what happened in Calgary and Vancouver with Lindholm last
so
year,
these are the guys.
you
we
thought
needed?
you were so good you could fix them. Nope.
These are the guys.
Ow! And then they're trading for a center, middle stat.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah.
The nice thing is, I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit. I don't know if you could pick that up.
Kind of back where we started.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah. The food was great, though. Greg Keller, Bonton meats. Man, that beef is good. Those beef ribs. Mm. Well done on the garlic mashed.
Mhm.
Have you seen that? Are they doing that on a regular basis?
Again,
I feel bad. I feel like we're kind of
selling them short.
we're right at the front of the line when it comes to Bonton. I didn't know they were doing this gravy. I just learned about the bone broth. Are they?
It's like a twice baked mashed.
Yes, that's what it is. If you have had and love a twice baked, that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, those veggies did not get touched.
Pinder will take them home.
Yeah.
Feed them to the kids. Wonder
Yeah.
why they act out.
He gets very excited for the trades, eh, Ryan? Yeah. Yeah, he loves it. Oh, Fabian Zetterland. Yep. Yeah, good young.
Are
yeah.
you like me? Like, I don't
So,
know.
yeah, great. Yeah.
Fabian?
Yeah.
Yep. Jack?
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell Fabian Zetterberg is. Or
Zetterlund.
Hell of a
Yeah.
player, Jack.
Yeah.
Penguins could really use him.
Yeah. If it was Henrik Zetterberg, that'd be a big deal. Yeah, that'd be a big one. Origin Brewing, taking good care of us as well as
Yeah.
always. I saw, what was the email we got, that the Barn Burner Blonde and our pale ales going into the co-op.
Co-ops?
The old co-ops. My grandma would be excited.
Oh,
I can go to the co-op and get you beer. This is terrific. We appreciate all your support for people that are watching, but certainly for Bonton
I wanna watch
and
it.
Origin. Whew. I do have the sweats, though.
I have the naps.
Yeah, I've got the sweats. I was thinking about stuff I was going to do today.
Nothing.
No.
And then but I got in front of it. I'm like, it doesn't
The
feel
reality
like
of the situation.
this is not the day that's going to be the day for
Don't
that.
need to stack up
Yeah.
my accomplishment
We'll
list.
see what the weekend holds, but probably Friday, not ideal for that.
Not a doing day.
Not a doing day. No.
Oh, we have accomplished a lot, though.
Yeah.
Better,
No, there's
than I
Pike.
thought.
Oh, we got Pike's Wrench in the chat.
Shut up, Pike.
What's he saying, Jack?
he loves the hats.
Yeah.
We got 3 minutes of Conroy post deadline. Do we care to listen or no?
Can we guess what he's going to say and then play it? That's a fun game.
There were some deals to be had, but nothing really made sense.
We love all the guys in this room. The answers are in the room. We didn't want to break up this group.
Yeah, prices were high, and we just don't want to. We'd love to have given the guys, but we believe in
We
the
tried to
room.
dump some of our dusters, but the rest of the league was on to them.
Yeah,
Right. You'd definitely say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fire. Let's see.
oh, really?
I don't
Who
know.
cares?
It's only to
Then we'll
guess.
just-
Yeah.
Right?
Is it that boring?
Like honestly, it's that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or do this: start it, and you get to decide when to bail on it.
Mhm.
And let's
I would-
what's
I would
45
ba-
seconds.
I think you should bail on the show and play that. on the way
45,
out.
45 seconds. I'll go.
If we went out on
under.
this interview,
Now I'm
I
on
would
the
walk
spot, so
before.
you should have just
Yeah.
done it. Now it's
Well, there he is.
Oh.
Craig, maybe if you could just give us a sense of, assuming you
Pressed
have
up.
nothing in the hopper or anything along those lines, just what today was like for you and your group.
You know, it's a little different than last year, obviously, and where we are, but it's a good thing because, you know, we believe in the team just from the beginning of the year. We made a trade with Philly, and we did it earlier. You know, I think where team's doing it right now, we jumped ahead of it a little bit and it made sense to us. You know, today we just, you know, you talk to teams, was there something that made us better and, you know, in the long term too. today and long term. It just wasn't there. So, we feel good with the team, and we believe in the group, and they believe in each other, which is great.
Were you close on anything, or did you think you had something?
Not. Talking back and forth, but then when some things don't go your way, then it kind of takes other things out of the line, So you just kind of see if there's something that makes sense. But really, just for us, we feel like this group has done a great job, and we expect them. They're tight. You see them in the locker room, you see them together, and they believe we're going to do it right from day one in training camp. And now, we're going to see how they do down the stretch.
You had kind of said you'd like to kind of maybe add a little here, a little there. Were the prices just too high at this time of year?
Pretty high. I mean, they were pretty high. But it's weird because I think so many teams are so close and in it that maybe the prices were a little bit higher this year. There wasn't as many people selling, and like I said, you always want to help your team. You always want to give them that boost. But maybe the best thing for us is we did it early, and now we can just. Now that this is over, the team can go. And we had maybe one of the toughest road trips I've seen. And for them to come away at 500 win points, it was good. Now you gotta start winning some games down the stretch, though.
Greg, what were the conversations like about?
Yeah. We should have had the road trip in there.
Should have had the show off, and Doom should have moved because I could listen to that and just nod it off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Kumbaya. Sound machine.
But again, what's he going to say?
Oh, no problem. Anything he said. We just played the bingo game. We hit a bunch.
Yep.
Someone wants a second for Ryan Donato. You have to hang up. Sorry. This was not the year to add. They didn't have anything desirable to sell. They've said over and over and over, we're not listening on our vets. We're not going to move them. What were they going to do? Vladar's not played himself into a spot where he's worth the nearly $3 million he makes.
2.2, isn't it?
I'm rounding up with the beers.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well, I heard. I
thought it was 2.75 or something, but I'm
not sure.
I think you're right.
It doesn't matter now.
It doesn't matter.
Stan Bowman's a human, right?
Dwarf?
I didn't want to say anything. I just
Hobbit.
Oh. Didn't want to use words. Who's down the hall yipping? It's like
pretending to work.
Yeah,
it's RJ and.
Oh, is it
Big Human's wife?
So is RJ just hanging out?
BHW.
Yeah, for us to stop talking, then he's gonna put gear away. Is that what it is?
I guess.
Yeah.
When he gets talking, I mean.
Yeah, he's a talker.
What do you think of talking?
All right, I'm done. That's enough.
See you Monday, Rhett.
It's been great.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad.
What's Buffalo doing?
They're terrible.
They are terrible.
Kind of looks like Mr. Potato Head a little, doesn't he? Just throw those glasses on. You could.
I don't think you're allowed to talk.
I was like.
What?
I guess
It's very round.
No one else can see what he's looking at.
No,
it's true. I did bring up a guy's name right before he went off.
Oh,
though.
it's clearly something else on the screen.
Yeah, I waited because we changed the channel. Yeah. So, deadline's gone.
Day off Monday.
Yeah, we've
got to be some holidays coming soon. God damn it!
How many more games?
20.
Oh my!
Curmudgeon, get a curmudgeon.
No, it's just.
Now what?
They're in a playoff spot.
Okay.
This is what people live for.
Yeah, I can see the excitement in your eyes.
No, but
whoa,
this could have been a 70-game death march. We thought it was going to be.
Death march.
People dream about. This is what they live for.
30 seconds.
Playoffs.
Offense. Trying to grind.
He was railing on me 2 weeks ago about sick of watching the same thing for year after year after year.
Yes.
Now you're telling me this is what people live for.
Is good.
I'm just saying that there's a reason for fans. I'm getting a lot of disappointment in fan. Why didn't they do something? Which
I don't care.
Which means people think they're actually good, and they are in a playoff spot. That's insane. Again, tip your cap 1,000 times. No one saw this coming.
They're in a playoff spot.
They're in a playoff spot.
But again, like we said the other day, it's not because of what they are; it's what's around them. If Vancouver is better, and if there's two other teams that are better, then we're not having the same conversation.
They're not going to get to the
then they're
95
then they're
point thing.
5 points back, 6 points back, and it's a different conversation. It's just hard to, even last night, it's admirable how hard they played. They played their balls off. You love it. Did they win? No.
Could they get to 3 goals even?
No.
Did they blow a 2-0 lead?
So that's all
Yes.
what I say. It's like we got 20 more games of 2-ish goals a night.
It's not the prettiest hockey, but if you had playoff hockey at the Saddledome one more time, that would be an incredible achievement. I know it's not what we all wanted. If Wolf could have done this next year, that would have been better.
Yeah.
But is
look,
the Wyatt Johnson signing a good thing for our Zeri contract?
What was the total number there?
42 for 5.
8 point something?
8.5.
Well, you can't go above the Wyatt number if you're any of those
No
guys.
kidding.
Yeah, Coronado or him.
Close.
So, yeah, it should be good. Yeah. Now, how many RFA years versus you they're eating? It will be interesting because I think Zeri might be a little older.
Are they or were they the same
They'd be
class?
close.
I think it might have been the same class.
If it's the same class, it's great news for the Flames.
I can Google.
Don't bother.
Or we can go.
Yeah, no, that's a Monday topic.
The thing about Stankoven, and that was the other thing everyone tells you. Oh, Flames had Stromgren 2 picks earlier. Yeah, I know.
Strom.
All right, Jack, you can shut up. I'm gonna
Jack, we're
close my eyes.
ready to nap here.
You guys should say some goodbyes.
Thanks to Bonton. Thanks to Greg. Love you, all the boys and girls at Origin. See you, buddies.
Yeah, Mucho.
Is that it?
Garcias.
That's all you got?
Mucho who?
Garcias.
I was Googling.
RJ, Jack, everyone else involved.
He didn't eat anything.
No, he never eats. He's a bird.
A different dude.
He's in gossiping now.
Yeah, different dude. Oh, I feel bad for her.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
What is he talking? What are those two
She's
talking about back
getting
there?
some of her own medicine.
Really?
What?
Jeez.
No, it's great.
Here it
That's a
You're
good
gonna
fit
get
there.
punched in the face.
Yeah, well, it's bound to happen at some point.
How it doesn't happen more often is probably.
Yeah.
This is the twice baked.
Is that what it is?
Mash.
That's why it's so
That's what we
soft.
figured.
Well, that's
out.
what we're comparing it to. Is if you
I think that's what it is.
2021 draft for Wyatt Johnston,
Yeah.
2020 for
Real good.
Zari.
So you'd be buying one less UFA year, one more, or one less RFA year, one more UFA
On a 5-year deal. Like it's
yeah, you want to go
you don't
longer
know
than
what.
that. You
Yeah.
want to go longer than that.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt. But then you say, oh, well, after tax, it's this. And okay, maybe it doesn't help as much as we think.
Jack, what about comments? What have people been saying?
Yeah,
today?
we got any supers?
Let's see. We do have 3 super chats.
All right, let's hit
that?
it.
Past potato salad.
Eric, there's no potato salad
No potato
today.
salad.
There's a hard Heisman from Greg today, but the garlic mashed, it's a winner.
Oof.
It's a winner.
Daniel back with some euros. Go trades.
Where was he
Yeah.
again? Finland?
Finland, yeah.
Yeah.
Love you.
Thanks, Daniel.
And Daniel saying Zito won the day.
Florida's rat line is real. That's the line of the day.
I would. I don't
Man, that's a
disagree. I
good
don't. I still don't know
line.
what Marchand went for, but
I don't care.
my disdain for what.
Yeah,
Kevin
unless it's
Adams-
Kachuk, it's
No, as long as it's like futures, who cares?
probably a
Did
good deal.
Marchand and Bennett play together at Four Nations? Were they on a line?
At moments, Marchand was higher up the lineup, and then they pushed him down. His feet
Okay.
aren't what they used to be, so they might have been together for the championship game. I feel like Jarvis and those two might have been the fourth line. Third line would have been Hagel, Seravalli, and somebody.
Is there anything on that trade yet or nothing?
Booch, it says it's a second, which could turn into a first.
Second could turn into a first.
That's
Yeah,
it?
that's fine. So they probably get to the conference final or win the cup, and second becomes a first. Fair.
Yeah. Re-sign would be a little big. Taylor Hall deal?
Different Taylor Hall deal. Same one?
Yeah. What's up for the weekend, Rhett?
City championships.
Right.
Big
Yeah,
game.
same. Big game tomorrow.
I'm gonna have to find a way to get a little more enthusiasm, little pep in my step.
You will.
Oh yeah,
You know, even it's warm in here.
There's no sunlight. It's a cave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we're gonna
warm.
walk out.
Dragging it out.
You've had a lot
You
to eat.
push
You've
the
had some
button.
drinks. You got your hat on. Yep.
Now they're eating.
Conditional second could turn into a first. Bruins fans hate their general manager today.
Yeah, I believe that.
That's what it's saying online.
All the Blackhawks added Shea Weber. That's a big move.
What?
His dead
He's
money
back.
keeps moving.
Great player.
What did they get
Hall
for
of
doing
Fame.
it?
Hall of Fame guy.
That was the type of deal the Flames could have done today.
Mhm.
Would you like to eat multiple years of Shea Weber? His corpse. Oh, wow.
I mean, I guess I can see why if you don't want to do that. But like you say, for this year, was there some
Not a lot of retention needed,
short-term
to be fair.
kind of deal?
If we saw like 6 teams operate as banks, I'd be really frustrated. But
Yeah, there wasn't.
all we really saw was like New Jersey last night, Detroit yesterday. Not a lot of salary retention with all the injuries and the cap going up.
If the Bruins got a first and Fraser Minton for Brandon Carlo.
I think they should. There's what, 2 years left at 4.1. That's a cost-controlled,
What I was going to
solid
say
defenseman.
is, thank goodness the Flames, like Conroy was not in
Yeah.
that.
No, that's why I didn't really get that deal. I was like, yeah, he'd fit here. He's a good player, but you don't want to pay what that's worth. Like, let's say it's Gridden in your first. You don't want to give those up. No.
It's too much. For me, that's too much. I'm trying to think of a way that we could end this on a high note.
No.
No?
I mean,
What about some high kicks?
no. Camera set too
What do you
low.
got tonight, Ryan? You going to continue this over or?
Well, it's 4:15. It's 2:15. Kids are going to be getting loose pretty quick here.
Which is it, 4:15 or 2:15?
I got the 24-hour clock,
Oh, I see.
14:15, but that does tell you that I should probably park my
Yeah.
car here. Yeah, I made plugs from home. I think a coffee's in order.
Yeah.
Well, you have one in front of you.
No, that's gravy. Good try, though.
Oh.
I'm not quite that far into it.
Could throw it in the microwave for you.
Hard pass, but thank you.
Yeah, all right. What about you, Jack? You're young, spry. You're down. You're close to downtown. Got some beers in the belly.
Yeah,
You're
I don't
sleeping here
know.
tonight, aren't you?
No.
Got some food. Snuggle up with your Steelers.
Don't sleep on him sleeping here. He's already this close. We got the beers cracked. How many beers have you evaporated at the Steelers?
This is 3.
Station? Yeah,
This is
see,
3.
that's, keep her going.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Patio rocking right now.
Yeah, it'll be real nice. It's,
Yeah.
It sounded like it might have been Vegas, Florida, battling at the last
Oh,
minute
for
for Marchand because the
I'm
Vegas
kinda-
ended up
makes
with
sense.
nothing.
I'm kind of glad that Vegas didn't get.
I would be far less excited about that.
I'd be like, oh, great.
Yeah, I
You
would be
guys.
far less. I don't know why. Because I mean, they got Kachuk,
Yeah.
and we should be sour about that.
I
But
don't think we are.
I feel like I can get behind Marchand doing well in Florida before I can see him and at least feel that with Vegas.
Yeah.
Which is not. I have no reason to hate Vegas.
The Oilers took a
care.
step back today compared to their competition. I'm calling today a win.
Yeah. What did I mean?
Their odds of winning the cup went down because Dallas got considerably better in the West. Colorado improved. Florida, Tampa, Toronto all got better. And they, small tweak, still the same goalies.
Yeah.
They made their moves in the summer.
Yeah, they got that Skinner-Arvidsson tandem really
Yeah.
set to hum. Once those old guys start getting young again, they'll be deadly.
There's the Colorado depth chart. McKinnon, Nelson,
I
Coyle.
like that second line. Nelson, Nichushkin, Durant, Coyle, Kiviranta, Colton. That line can buzz. It's a way deeper team all of a sudden. I want to see the blue line, though. That's where I'm worried about them. Can Martin McCarr and
They
Taves play
traded
half an
for,
hour?
Eric Johnson, I think, today.
Really? Missed that.
You were drinking.
We've all been drinking.
I wonder how they're feeling right now. Like we're just kind of sitting here.
We're so
Waiting for
on
you to end
no
the
reason.
show.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Really?
Well, you're hoping.
Is that what you're waiting for?
You're hoping for some sort of.
You want to go on a high note?
There's your lines. There's your depth.
That's better. Actually, I do like that.
Forgot about Ryan Lindgren.
They had the Walensky and some other guy I'd never heard of
Yeah.
playing when the Flames saw him 2 weeks ago. I was like, that's not a cup blue one. This is much better. Taves McCarr, Lindgren, Manson, who's going to get healthy, Gerard and Johnson. Sam Gerard, third pair. That's nice.
All right.
Malinsky and Middleton, your spares rather than a
Landeskog
pair.
will be back for sure.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know. For sure.
Oh,
no,
you nailed that one. You know what? That's another I told you so. He is going to do a segment.
no, I'm not.
Remember when we told you with the surgeries? Oh, it's just this knee cartilage replacement. You're like, oh, he's not coming back.
It's good surgery for life.
Yeah.
For life.
Well, friends,
Old friend.
Was this as good as we thought it was going to be?
no.
Was it as bad as we feared it could have been?
Yeah.
No Franco.
We're going to do it again?
What if we phoned Frank? Would he be up for it?
Frank?
Either.
Dude,
No,
Frank's at the
he
end
wants-
of a work bender. He honestly, he just wants to lie down.
No.
That's just
What have we
mean.
done?
No, it was fine. It was okay.
Food was great, thanks to
Yeah.
Bonton.
Yeah.
Fed and watered. What am I?
Could have used a little
Yeah.
better service on these beers over here.
Some people.
It was a bit sportsy.
Yeah, way too sportsy. We need a board game next time. Like, watch us play Catan or something stupid, eh? No?
I'm good at Catan though.
Well, I am too. So Dina get worked, but you against me? That sounds like a normal show.
I probably wouldn't be playing Catan. Just a
Why?
prediction. Don't think I would.
We'll teach you
I wouldn't be playing Catan.
because you
I
got
would
the
watch you
wood,
guys play.
the bricks.
That's not.
It's not a two-player game. Wheat or sheep.
This is you winning me over on the game? Wheat,
No.
bricks, or
Commodities. You got to trade them. You're building little settlements in the cities. You got ports. You can trade your goods.
Yeah.
You like wheeling and dealing? That's a wheeling and dealing game. On trade deadline day?
Jack, just shut it off.
Yeah, Jack, please take us out of our misery. If you could just kill us or turn off the show,
do you have
that'd be
something?
great.
Do you have a thing to press there?
Yeah, I do.
Do you really?
I do, yeah.
Well,
Well, shit, eh?
I guess you should press it.
Make sure that thing's up.
I'm getting the vibes that it's time to press it.
Oof.
See ya, buddies.